Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. I'm Koibu, I'll be your DM for the evening. We have a great game coming up. Our party is headed into the Draken Waste to go find the Tomb of Vlad Ormor, grab themselves, hopefully, some boots of speed, gloves of war, a something, bring a free action.
Yeah.
Which you can then use to go underwater, so you can get these other holy items, and then you'll be, practically geared for Scoria, right? Mm-hmm. That's correct. We will have to manually add those.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Also, wait, is Roll20 not loading for anybody today?
No, it's all right for me.
It's fine for me.
I'm
So
clicking.
you got 18 decks now, Steve?
17.
17. Okay.
And before you had...
I have 16, yeah. But if I put the gloves on, I think I have 17.
Right.
Wait, if I click my character sheet, literally nothing loads. Does it load for you?
It's loading for us.
Yeah, my character sheet loads.
Sometimes Roll20 has some temperamental issues
Refresh.
and might need an occasional F5. Or sometimes Firefox works better than...
Okay. Well. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it.
Your decks went from 16 to 17.
Yep.
So your pickpockets should be another plus 5%.
Okay.
Your open lock should be another 10%.
Okay.
Move silently should be 5% more. And hide in shadows should be 5% more.
Cool.
There you go. So, where we last left our party, you guys had just fled Roxas in the night under the cover of invisibility on New Year's Day.
Etherealness, not invisibility.
That's true. Etherealness. One of you was invisible, the other two were ethereal, I think. Something like that. I can't remember.
What's
Yeah.
that?
The dwarf of yours who was helping you sneak into this place has been knocked unconscious with a sleeping potion and left behind in Roxas, hoping that other people will care for him while he is unable to care for himself.
Wait, did you say knocked unconscious?
Rendered unconscious?
Okay, sure. You
Not
drank a
through
sleeping
violence,
potion.
but-
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remind us how long the sleeping potion lasts for?
2d6 days?
No,
Okay, so it
more
should be
than
enough
that, I
time to
think.
get there and back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. It was a
Let
while.
me check real quick. It's 2d10 plus 5 days.
Okay, that's enough time. Yeah.
So an average of
Let's
like
just hope
16
that
days,
someone
I think.
finds him though. We don't want to come back to like a starved and dehydrated dead dwarf.
They'll find him 100%. Because I'm sure
Yeah.
Koibu would know that the barkeep needs to go up and check the rooms if they aren't being paid for. 1,000,000%.
Yeah, no one's just going to abandon a room.
Yeah,
In a
true.
profitable inn.
The most profitable in. It's like 2 gold a night.
Oh, yeah. Holy
I don't
shit.
get a lot of travelers out there.
Almost like being back at the palace.
Okay, so to catch us up, I think we had met, or I don't know if we'd gotten quite to the point yet, but we were meeting at the river to the south of the city, and we were going to head down to the tomb, correct?
Yep, I think we'll kick in where the party meets at the river. Outside of Roxas. The night of New Year's Eve? The morning of New Year's Day. Early morning. Still dark out. You can hear the sounds of the city in the distance. The occasional crack of fireworks. The cries of partiers and festive goers. You can see a few small lights out in the countryside. The little farms that support Roxas. Predominantly manned by humans and halflings while the dwarves stay in the main town. There's a nice little synergy you can get where you have like large, medium-sized humans producing food for small-sized dwarves.
Okay.
You can be a little more efficient with your food use that way.
Is anybody else
And,
bothered
here you
by
are.
the explicit denial of gunpowder in this world, yet Koibu says we can still have fireworks?
I am now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked.
Okay.
You're gonna have to investigate how those fireworks came to be.
True.
Should spend the whole session on it, guys. I'm ready.
We might. Okay, yeah, I imagine we meet at the river. I don't believe I'm invisible. I believe I have my hat of disguise on. So
Mm-hmm.
once I'm out of the town, I would take that hat off. Once I'm in a decent way out, and then yeah, we'll meet at the river.
Yep.
And it's
You walk
it's
up the river.
nighttime now, right? So I guess I'm sitting there talking to Anton, saying, you know, when Tyrrell gets back, do you think we should keep walking down the river, or do you think it's safe to camp here?
How far did we walk?
It's only like half
few
an hour,
hours?
I think.
If it was only half an hour, then I think we should keep walking.
Just keep going a bit.
For
How
a
much
bit, yeah.
daylight do we have left, Neal? Or is we in night?
Oh,
now?
yeah, it's nighttime.
It's full on night.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should move with haste. We know we don't want to get attacked out here. This place is dangerous.
Can we? How far away is the? Is it here? This ping that I just did?
It's around
It's
there,
what
so.
It's around there. Okay. Oh yeah, we said that we were going to check our notes in
No,
between.
no, I
sections.
did. I checked it, right? So it's
Yep.
in the canyon by the rounded mountain. Now, the rounded mountain makes me think that it's going to be near this this ridge. So maybe we head along the river and then walk through the foothills looking for the mountain, and then from there maybe we can find the canyon. But I doubt there's going to be a mountain in the middle of the desert, right?
Sounds good.
I would assume, yeah.
Unless mountain here means like it's like a riddle and it means like mesa or something dumb, like a mound of dirt.
Yeah, I mean, it could mean something else, but I don't know what else we would do other than look
I
for this
assume we would
mountain.
have been told that.
Yeah, you would assume so. I would as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it would be confusing for them to call it the rounded mountain if it was actually a big pile of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We want to be careful though, there's a dragon around here. One of the ones we need to kill, actually, although I suspect that maybe now is not the best time to fight it.
question: are the Draken Wastes, like all this shit, is this like a canyon?
It's all this shit. Yeah, this whole area is the Draken Wastes.
Yeah, and then is this
it
area canyony?
Yeah,
or no?
all these little cracks are these great crevices in the ground that are like 5 to 30 feet wide and maybe like 100 feet deep. And it's within one of these crevices down below ground level that you expect the tomb to be.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
We gotta look for that mountain. We find the mountain, we find the canyon, we find the tomb.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, we're heading down.
Eventually, Steven will meet up with the rest of the party.
Yeah, and then I guess we walk for like an hour or two following the river before making camp.
Yep. Sounds good.
Sure. You guys can walk out of town for another hour or so, hour or two.
Mhm.
It'll be quite late. I believe the new moon was just a few days ago, so there's not much light going on. And you eventually stop to rest for the night, get ready for the long journey ahead.
Yeah, we'll make camp, and I'll put down like the pink candle.
Yes.
And light it and everything.
Rise.
And then take our watches.
Mm-hmm.
Just writing out my spells. Do you guys think we want fireball or lightning bolts or slow?
In most of the tombs we've been in thus far, there have been some sort of statues protecting them, right?
Yeah.
However, those tombs were meant to be investigated. Like, there were riddles and stuff for people to go in, like the Minotaur Labyrinth and the... there's one other
Yeah.
one I think we went to, yeah. But whereas this one, it might be relatively peaceful after unlocking it because no one else should get this key, right? Does it seem strange that you would design like a key that's impossible to duplicate, that is like the most secure key in the world, and then put defensive mechanisms past the door that's locked? That sounds...
I mean, I see your logic, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, of course, sure. Oh, something that's actually really important. So you notated the design for how to twist the key. Do you feel like you've deciphered that, or...
I don't feel like I've deciphered it. I feel like I need to see the lock to work it out.
Can you show me your notes, or can you show us your notes?
Yeah. It's just a list of numbers. I'll just post in the group chat. So I assume, like, Neal, is there 5 prongs on the key?
What do you mean by prong?
Like, you were saying something like, you know how like a normal key has like the one bit that comes off that you put in turn, but then this one has like maybe like multiple ones that come off in different angles.
No, it's a regular key, long, big, oversized. Yeah, no prong. Sort of
So what
pointed at the front, kind of almost comes to a like a edge at the very front of it, and then
Yeah.
there's like a little bit of a pointy spike very end.
All right, so I've got no idea what the combination means, but that's what it said. So hopefully we'll be able to work it out when we get to the door.
Okay. For people, I guess because viewers can't see, it's his key combination is just a series of numbers: 1 5 3 4 5 5 1 3 2 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
We're literally just marching south. Then we're probably gonna sleep when we need
Yep.
to, and
Another
then
idea.
continue on. Yeah.
You guys have water? How much water are you guys carrying on you?
We brought water with us.
Yeah, but how much? It's
Whatever
gonna
the
become
fuck you told us to buy. It was like,
Sure.
well,
Like,
no,
let's
no.
take a look at it.
I don't have anything added on my sheet for water.
Well, we'll buy a river, so let's not panic too hard. We can get
Right,
water. It's
it's
just
a
about
deep
the
canyon
containers.
to the river. You can, find a way to get some around here, probably. You can find a stream or a tributary on your way and fill up there, but it's going to be important how much water you have. And you've got some water, I think it's mead with your Cloak of Plenty, and it has foods high in water content as well, so you probably won't die immediately if you run out of water, but, if you're in the desert for a month for some reason, we'll need to know.
Yes.
Okay.
How much water do you guys have?
I don't have anything special, so just my normal water skin.
Yeah, my normal water skin. I don't know why we didn't put our. We went and bought, I thought, bigger water skins, but I
I
don't think we
thought I
ever
remember
bought
that, but yeah.
I remember
Wait, do you
talking
explicitly
about
have a water skin in your backpack?
I do, yeah.
How much
I
is
do
it weigh?
not.
Just 1 pound I've got.
Oh, okay, interesting. I've never had that added before. Well.
I assumed it was just with all my gear, but
Next, you'll be telling me you haven't got a whetstone to sharpen your swords.
I don't sharpen. my
Nope,
sword.
I have a magical sword. I don't need to sharpen it. Otherwise, I definitely would, of course.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good.
Do we have that pack mule still?
Nope.
You left him in the town.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, because I got the book off that. You did add that to your sheet, right? Or you have
Yes.
that? I did get your magic book or whatever. Yeah, okay.
You've got my magic book, thank you. But we've left the donkey with all the water.
Well, that donkey's going to be super quenched.
Hydrated.
Hydrated, yeah.
So you're telling me you've got 1 pound of water on...
1 pound of
Wait.
water, a lot of spirit, and a whole lot of friendship, Koibu. That's all we need.
All right, man.
Let's go.
1 pound of water. Yeah, that'll...
Wait.
Let's
No,
just
hang on.
Right.
We're still close to Roxas. Is there not villages around here?
There are villages around here. Yeah.
Right.
Good. I need to visit one anyways.
Yeah, let's visit a village. Carrying this book, I'm now. Oh no, I'm not. I thought I was heavy encumbered, but I'm not. It's okay.
Actually, I can take us directly to a village as we wake up. I'll pull out my amulet, and I will, in my, I guess, own mind, cast the Velthara's Vengeance on the halfling that I was told about by the 2 other halfling.
Do you want to tell people what it is you're doing? This amulet, what vengeance?
So the amulet will basically let me track anybody anywhere. It'll say like you're 100 miles from so and so, and this basically marks someone for vengeance, meaning that I kind of have to either kill them or somehow get vengeance on them for me to put it on a new person. So that is what the amulet is doing. However, I'm not going to explain that to my allies. I'm just going to say, the amulet can take us to nearby town. It'll tell me the exact direction.
Remind me again what out of character what this halfling did.
She prayed to Ponos, and so a guy cheated on her. She prayed to Ponos to make their firstborn child, I guess, epileptic.
Yes.
And then it happened. So
Okay, I'm getting
we're
revenge.
gonna go
on her.
handle her.
Okay, so do we have a direction to the village then, Neal?
Well, he does now.
Perfect. All right, Anton, lead the way. Thank God that this magical amulet you found will show us how to find water.
Yes, it's very useful actually, and I'll explain another one that it does. I can expend a spell slot to add like a +1 or a +2 depending on the spell slot to hit and damage. So that's another thing you can do. You can also hide a weapon, and I'll hide my spear inside the amulet,
Nice.
and I'll
Nice.
take it back
How
out.
do you... What is the process of hiding your spear within the amulet like?
I believe you take the amulet, you take the spear, you hold it up to one another, and then the spear, like I would assume, in a fiery torment, goes into the amulet, and then you can call it back out with a word.
And it'll be
I
like a
don't-
little miniature version attached to the amulet, so you can see what
You can see
weapon
what it
is being held.
Oh, that's
And I'll call it
All
back
right.
up.
Cool. You make your way towards the village, heading over a couple of hills and laying eyes upon this little valley with a creek running through it that eventually heads to the Grom Round River. Like 100 buildings here, probably about 500 people total live in the village. You can see a windmill. You can see great fields. There's some oxen out there in the field. Actually, no, it's New Year's Day. There's no one's working in the fields. People are lounging around in the city streets, the town streets, village streets.
All right, so
Relaxing, recovering.
at the edge of the village. I'd say, it's not impossible that they send out people to these villages looking for us. So perhaps Anton and I should stay on the borders, and Tyrael, maybe disguise yourself, go and buy water maybe from multiple different people.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Buy like 5-pound water jugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting or keeping in mind, we don't necessarily know if we've been discovered yet. We don't 100% know that, but yeah. I'll don the hat of disguise. I'll become a nondescript male, and then I will head down to the city.
All right. You walk down into the village. There's a whole bunch of lazy, hungover people lounging around. Some kids running back and forth in the streets. Spirits seem to be high in this cozy little town, unaware of any danger or threat.
I'll explain to Imric. All right, I gotta go into the village too.
Oh, cool. No, they might see you. It's best you stay here with me.
Don't you remember what we talked about a few days ago? The lady, the kid.
Oh, you still hung up on that?
So I
Is
gotta
it
do
worth
it.
risking our lives, really? You already
gonna
got
be
the
a
amulet.
risk.
What else are you gonna get?
Yeah, well, I told her I'd do it, so I have to do it. It'll be quick. It'll be a quick in and out. All I gotta do is touch her, and then I'll be gone. I'll
Okay,
wear
look. Wait. I'll cast invisibility on you.
Beautiful.
All right, stand still. Close your eyes.
I keep my eyes open.
Okay, I go and stand behind him. Cast the spell. Turn him invisible, and I will sit down on a rock and wait for my brothers to return to me.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna make a beeline for her.
All right. You start heading into the village. Tyrael is there before you, though. Tyrael, how are you with your hat of disguise?
Just a nondescript male.
Okay. Just a dude walking through the village. You don't recognize anyone here. It's clear that they don't recognize you either. You get lots of looks as you come into the small town. But everyone's sort of relaxed and enjoying themselves, so no one stops you.
Can I find, is there like a general store or like a small like supply shop or something?
Yeah, there is a trade outpost here. It looks like it's some sort of someone that goes into Roxas, buys supplies, and then comes out and sells it to the village. But they're, the door's closed and a sign is hung on it saying closed for New Year's Day.
Is there anybody nearby that I see?
Yeah, just like, down the street a little bit on a raised porch. There's a couple of old folks hanging out in rocking chairs, one of them with a big mug of ale in one hand, the other cutting up some apples onto a plate.
I guess, can I just walk up to them as in my little nondescript male costume?
Yeah.
And then kind of wave them over. What are these people? What race? Are they humans or dwarves or?
They're humans.
They're humans?
They're humans.
Yeah, I'll kind of wave over to them.
They wave to you.
Howdy there. I don't suppose the owner of this store might be around right now, would he?
Sherman? No. He's, I think he's still asleep. He went kind of hard last night.
We're in the morning now after the New Year's, right? So
Year's
we're
Day.
New Year's Day right now?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, I suppose it's not too important. Do you think by chance you might have an extra water skin or 3 that I could purchase from you? I'm taking a trek south and I need to take a little extra water with me. I could pay you handsomely for it. I'm sure you guys would have a couple extra laying around.
They look a little surprised. Not normally the sort of thing they get around here. Travelers coming through their little village. I don't see there's any reason why they wouldn't try and make some money, especially if you're offering them generous prices. 2, 3, yeah. One of them nods. The the woman with the cutting the apples. She puts them down on a plate, walks inside, and comes back a few minutes later with 4 large gourds. These are not soft water skins, but, hard things that you would dangle on your backpack.
Okay.
They'll hold water, but their outside is kind of fragile. If they get a nice solid flack, they might break. But, they'll hold water.
How much water?
Each one will hold 2 days of water, so each one holds 4 pounds of water.
Jesus. Okay. All right. Well, this is awesome. This would be perfect for me, actually. I could offer you 5 silver per gourd. I don't know how much are these. Are these like really cheapo things or what?
No, that they accept that price.
Of course they do.
Wait, isn't 5 silver like $50?
Yeah. He offered to pay them quite well for their gourds because they'll have to go buy and replace them. This isn't a market. This is taking someone's.
Mm-hmm. Do I have the opportunity? Could I just
Yeah.
buy 3, or we doing like a 4-pack or whatever?
No, you
Buy
can
2, get 1 free.
Okay, I'll buy 3. All right, 15 silver. I'm subtracting from my sheet.
But as you're standing there waiting for the woman to come back with the gourds, the gentleman with the stein of beer will say, "South? There ain't much south. It's sort of a hellish wasteland of death and dryness. What brings you southward?"
I've heard those tales. I kind of just want to go see it for myself. Sometimes you get a little restless down in these hills. Not much to do. Just sounds like it'd be an exciting adventure to just kind of go peer upon the wastelands, to stand at the edge of Death Valley. I don't know. It seems like an exciting adventure to me, so I figure I'd head down and do it.
All right, if you got the time. The woman comes back, you pay for the gourds, you can head back and meet up with your brother, fill up the gourds on the little creek in town. Bob's your uncle.
While I'm down here, actually, could I ask them? I've heard tales that there is an oddly shaped, rounded mountain somewhere, down either in the wastes or the ridge. Have you guys heard any such stories? Or would you know any travelers around here? Maybe you have a guy that heads south to either hunt or farm, would know something about that? It seems like an odd sight I'd like to set my eyes upon if I had the opportunity to.
Well, Brachious did some exploration along the ridges maybe 40 years back, looking for a new spot. I think he lives down the way. He's a halfling guy, about 3.5 feet tall, super plump these days. Name is Brachious. Freckles across the cheeks.
Awesome. Do you know where I can find such a man? Halfling, you said he was south, a little down the way?
Yeah, they point down the street and they're like, when you get to the big tree with the broad leaves, you're gonna want to hook a left, and they'll give you some local directions to this guy's proximate area.
Yeah, sounds good.
Where he lives.
You
head on down.
Yeah.
Yeah, walk down through the town. Sure enough, you find a halfling and a very plump, freckles across the face. Seems to be the guy that they're talking about. He's got some salt and pepper hair going on, and he's sitting on a porch telling a story to what looks to be an assembly of grandchildren.
Yeah, you said he's like talking to an assembly of grandchildren?
Yeah, they're all like gathered around the porch listening to the old man's stories.
Could I just take a seat in the back and listen for a few minutes, I guess? He's just telling random stories?
Yeah, he's talking about this time that he was looking, where he was near the Doran River, because he's, used to scout out all these locations for new villages, perhaps. That was his jam when he was younger. And he's just talking about, the trip up the river and the rapids that he almost got swept down. But then he got caught in this fisherman's net, and he made this fisherman friend, and the two of them traveled through this valley. And it's kind of like a quaint tale of small-level adventures that these sorts of folks might be enthralled by. It's nothing compared to your, monster-slaying, ancient tomb raiding.
Do I feel like in the back, like I'm relatively like unseen, like nobody's looking at me? Is everybody pretty like rapt in attention towards the older man?
Yeah, they're all looking forward. Certainly some of the people that might have an angle on you have given you a few sideways looks. You're definitely a stranger in a town where everybody knows each other by sight and name. But no one seems threatened or concerned with your presence.
Yeah,
Brachious certainly sees you.
Yeah, could I wait for like a natural pause in the conversation, maybe as he finishes one story and then kind of speak up or whatever?
Yeah.
He's older, right? Yeah, old man. Do you have any stories, or have you ever seen a rounded mountain out in the wastes or near the Draken Ridge? I've heard amazing things about it. You seem like a man who's full of many stories. Have you ever seen or heard of such a place?
Throw me a charisma check, because this is a bit of an oddity, a stranger in town asking for a story like this. Let's see how people receive your interjection.
Feeling a 24 here. Fuck. Not that bad, though.
Fast?
21.
Well, I do, yes. Long time ago, maybe 50 years ago, I was headed south. Again, looking for a new place for us to live. Back before we picked all the rocks out of the soil here. You young kids don't appreciate how good the soil is. That's because me and my kind spent years picking rocks out of them. Anyway, when we were looking for a better place, so we didn't have to do all the rock picking, I went deep to the south, to the mouth of the Gomrun River. Needless to say, it was not a great place. It was too far away from Roxas. Azeron the Blue came by one day, swooped low over me. I had to get out of there. But while I was fleeing, and when I was surveying, I did get a good look at the mountains, and there was an oddly shaped rounded mountain, now that you mention it. I didn't have the joy or the privilege of getting to get near its base, but it had this, You know, a lot of mountains come to peaks or to ridges. This was more like a singular thrust up from the ground itself, rounded and gentle on top, capped with snow. An odd mountain among the chain, out farther forward than the rest of the range.
Interesting. Do I feel like the description that he's given me is such that I would be able to find this, or?
Yeah, I mean, he's called it out as an unusual sight that he could tell, and it was a sort of like a lone mountain off of the rest of the range forward of it.
Okay, and this was along the ridge, not buried deep in the Draken wastes, right? This was like along the ridge of mountains?
Mm-hmm.
And then if I head south, I should see it. Okay, interesting. Did you ever know of any strange events to occur around such a rounded mountain?
Did you not just hear me tell you about Azeron the Blue swooping down low over my position? I thought I was going to be mincemeat. I thought the dragon was coming for me. Now, I don't know for certain, but I think it was just curious to see a feller like me in its area, and I was too small to make a decent meal for it, so it just passed me over.
No.
But to be fair, they could have just been looking for something on the next ridge over, or maybe it just enjoys scaring the living bejesus out of us, or maybe the great tower that Dave built in Roxas is strong enough to keep him at bay even at that distance. We'll never know for certain, because I'm never going back. Life's too short to be gobbled up by a dragon. That's why I started heading north after those adventures.
Okay.
Which reminds me, the time I went, and he just hops into another story.
I'll stay and I'll listen to like one or two more so that it doesn't sound like I'm being too shady, and then I'll take off.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Meanwhile, Mr. Mouton, you're in this same village for a very different reason.
True.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm walking after her wherever my Vilthara amulet pings. Can you explain how it's like pinging, I guess?
Yeah, you just when you've marked her for vengeance. And you need like a pretty good description, but you talk to these people about her, so you've got a good enough description to locate her. And when you stop and like focus for a minute, you can feel the direction. So you have the idea that she's in this village. She's over there in a house.
Okay. And in my previous encounters with invisibility, I've never tried this probably, but like I would assume knocking is not an attack, correct?
That's correct. If you slam yourself against the door and attempt to open it, that's an attack. But like a gentle knock is not like an attack. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to the door, and I will.
There's people in the street, little kids running around, adults kind of resting from the long night of partying. You can hear the sound of snoring coming from inside.
Okay, can you... I don't want to do this to you. Can you draw out like a quick map?
Yeah, totally.
I want to see. I want to see like who's in eyesight. I just don't want to go out with a hitch. I don't want to get nicked.
Yeah, you don't want to go into a house that's got no back door.
Yeah, definitely not.
So to the left in the red desert, I've drawn a bit of a map.
Cool.
There's going to be a series of houses, which are the bigger squares or rectangles. Some of them are on the actual road. Some of them are a little bit off the road with like a front yard area sort of going on. And the road curves here and splits into a couple different paths running through town. So over here, this is the house in question. There's a bit of a boardwalk, a little wooden porch that keeps the front of the house off of the dirt. Everything's raised maybe 6 inches off the ground on some stilts.
And houses are facing this way and this way?
Yeah, all the houses are facing towards the road. And there's just, there's like a couple of people on this corner. There's some people over here on their front porch as well, sort of waving at the neighbors as the kids run up and down the streets. So there's people around. It's not a huge village. There's probably 12 people within sight right now. None of them are armed.
What if I reach for something in my pocket and I just like, I don't know, let's say I had a stone in my pocket and I wanted to just like chuck it. Not at anybody, not as like an attack, just like I wanted to put it in the road somewhere. Is that an attack?
If you drop it to the ground, you should be fine. If you like hurl it, well,
what if I like
you'll have to find out that way.
Underhand it. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want to
Okay. I'm going to walk around. Is there a back door?
There is no back door, but there are windows on the back side.
I'll try a window. Quietly.
Yeah, you come to one of these windows. They actually have glass in them, and they open up sort of like French doors might. But they are unlocked at present.
I'll go in.
Yep. You can pull open the windows, crawl through the window space. What are you wearing in terms of armor?
Chainmail, I believe.
So you're going to be kind of noisy climbing up through this window then,
Let me
right?
just make sure.
You get like a shield,
I have a breastplate and
armor.
Chain limbs, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to make some noise climbing through a window for certain.
Can I peek through the window and see what I see, I guess, first?
There is a bed in the middle, against the wall to your right. That would be, this wall over here is the bed. Okay. And there's like a window back here. There's a kitchen section on the other side of the room. It looks just, the medieval equivalent of a studio apartment. One bed, a kitchen, some rugs laid out on the ground, a little chimney.
Is it
not
just
much
a
else.
Lady in the bed?
There's a couple in the bed.
Nice. Okay.
You can tell. If you focus on the Velthar amulet, your eyes are drawn to one of the two people in the bed, assuredly.
I'm just trying to think. I'm gonna fuck everything up here. It's fine. Okay. I will... Casting Silence. Is that an attack? Definitely not.
Only one way to find out.
No way. Like, you can be casted as an attack, but casting it on yourself shouldn't be an attack, just like casting Mirror Image is an attack, as we agreed. So, I am going to cast Silence on myself in the back.
Okay. You cast Silence, 15-foot radius, centered on yourself. No sounds can be created or heard within 15 feet of you. You remain visible.
Okay, I will go in.
You clamber over entrance, step into the room. It's very... You can't hear the blood pulsing in your ears, but you should be able to.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
Yeah. The two are no longer snoring, gently cradled in each other's arms. She's the small spoon, he's the big spoon.
Sorry, it's just a lot of things about. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on them.
That's definitely
yes, I know. Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Okay. You can target it at, is it D4 people?
It's D4.
All right, roll me a D4. You
but I'm only
hit both of them.
I'm only casting it at 2, so they should have a I think they have a -2. To their save.
Yeah, they'll have a penalty to their rolls, but they both fail
It's fine.
their saves. They are held. You are visible and silent.
And I'm gonna cast Velthara's Vengeance on her, which is basically a cause disease, which in 1d6 months, casting it fatally will cause her to die. And I know she can't hear me, but made this cool line, so fuck it. I'll say to myself, Velthara is unhappy that you went to Ponos for vengeance. You have been deemed unworthy. And I'll cast that on her. And I will head out the window and fuck off.
You flee the town.
Oh, sorry.
The two are held in place, eyes still closed, unable to even perceive you visually, audibly. Maybe still unconscious? No one's really certain, but she will soon be diseased. And is it 1d6 months from now will waste away into death?
It is.
Roll me a d6.
I want low.
5 months from now, you will die.
Based.
And you, silent, can walk out of the town.
Question: before I walk out of, the thing, is my Velthara amulet? Are we done? I in my mind have finished the vengeance. She's
Yes.
marked for death. Okay, good.
Yes, she is no longer marked by your amulet. Her location will be lost to you until you mark her again.
Based. All right, I'll
you
leave.
exit the town. All right. Imric, you just chill?
Just waiting, yeah, there's not much to do. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I guess I'm on the edge of some fields, sitting on a rock,
Yeah. The sun
Vince-
shines on you. It's a cold winter day, but the sun warms your bones.
There's no
Nice.
taverns in walking distance, is there?
No taverns in walking distance. There's
Is
no
the,
partially fermented grapes waiting for you.
Yeah, so I'll just wait, sadly.
Material?
Oh, never mind. I was going to ask if the disease roll was a private roll or not, but I see that Moon rolled it.
Yeah, it's 5. So.
All right. The party gathers together maybe an hour after you broke on the hill, looking down on the village. Everyone comes together again.
Got some water skins?
I do. I have some gourds, and I will take 2 off my thing, and I will give 1 to Imric and 1 to Anton. They're 4 pounds each, I believe, is what was said. Yes?
4 pounds with water, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can we fill it up easy enough at the river, Neal?
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he already
Okay.
did fill it up and brought them.
Did we...
So now...
Wait, real
sorry,
quick, that-
now I am...
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I'm heavily encumbered now by a few pounds, so if anyone's got, like, spare 2 or 3 pounds...
You can give it to me.
I am as well. Do we need our bedrolls, or was that taken care of by the Cloak of Plenty? Why do I think that for some reason? That's not true, right?
My bedroll's taken care of.
Your bedroll's taken care of.
Yeah, we still need our bedrolls.
I can carry up to 7 pounds of things.
Can you just carry this monstrous manual book for me? It's 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Just give me a second. I think I can figure out my inventory. Let me see how many... If I'm keeping track of all these candles.
I can only
correctly.
carry 2 pounds now.
We should be heading south soon, yeah?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go immediately.
now, yeah.
Quickly as possible.
Can we delete this piece of art here, Neal?
Oh, this fine artwork that I've
No,
made?
it's beautiful. That's exactly what I needed.
Why do you want to delete it, Nick?
I thought it was where we were going, but it's not. It's somewhere else, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not going to that desert.
Yeah, okay.
Tyrell, did you figure out how to shed 2.5 pounds or whatever it was?
Does it matter for now? Could I force march heavily encumbered for one night?
You will, yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a con check.
I have my boots of springing and striding. I'm allowed to do that for 12 hours, I believe, with no penalty.
Oh, well, there
Nice.
you go. Problems solved. Boots of string and striding. What do they do? They increase your movement speed?
I can tirelessly march for 12 hours at speed 12.
We had talked about this before and saying that encumbrance would affect this, but like terrain. What did we decide on this when we talked about
I don't
it last
remember.
week?
I remember talking about it, but I don't know what decision we came
I think
from.
it ended up being that he could be encumbered and still be as fast as us. Because it makes him go a little bit faster, but then the encumbrance would slow him down. So essentially,
They're not
just carry
boots
a little bit
of
more.
no encumbrance, right? They're not boots of like carry whatever you want. They're boots
No,
of...
but don't they speed you up?
Yeah, we had to
said
think
you
of some
could
reasonable
force
thing because
march.
it's not like I could put my whole party on my back and just carry them.
No, so what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like you become heavily encumbered, that slows you down, but then you force march for the entire day, so you move faster, and at some point there's going to be like a balancing point where your encumbered force march is the same as our unencumbered normal walking.
Maybe.
Cross-country movement. So normally you can walk twice your movement rate in miles. If you force march, you can move 2.5 times your movement rate. So right now you're going at... Everyone else is at 6, so they can go 12 miles a day. You're at 4, so 2.5 times 4 is 10 miles a day.
Yeah, so you can carry a bit more and still keep up with us.
Yeah, so you'll go at 10 miles instead of 12 miles. You'll just go a little more slowly.
And no one else can hold... Wait, you're not holding the metal key, are you, Mouton?
Let me look. I should be.
Oh, because if you are, I'm holding that still. I have that on my sheet.
Oh no, you're holding the key.
Yeah, okay,
You
that's
have
okay.
it,
Gotcha,
yeah.
okay. It's a 10-pound key. That's like way
Yeah.
up and all that too.
But Stephen, you're already faster than us if you're force marching, so
Okay, if I'm
No,
fast.
it's not.
I thought that you were moving
What?
at 12 and I'm moving at 10 or something.
No.
you said-
So everyone's got... Those of you that are mediumly encumbered have movement rate 6,
Yep.
which means you go 12 miles a day in clear terrain. If he force marches at movement rate 4, then he goes 4 times 2.5, which is 10. So you're going to be a little bit slower with him. If he didn't have the force march, then he would go 8 miles.
How
a day.
encumbered are you?
Wait, sorry, can I ask, am I missing something here? If we're movement speed 6 and can go 12 miles, how is he movement speed 4 multiplied by
10?
2.5 and can only go 10?
Isn't 4 times 2.5 10?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're 6 and go 12.
Yeah, because 6 times 2 is 12.
Yeah, so why are we getting multiplied by 2?
Because you're not force marching. Oh, yeah, because you're not force
So
marching.
the
but if
force
you
marching
march-
increases you from 2 times to 2.5 times.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, that's where I misunderstood.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm almost positive I can sort this out. I just need to like move. I think I have 3 pounds open right now in my coin purse of holding. I just have to move something into it. So just give me 1 second. I can figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we're moving, right?
Yeah, we're walking
as
if
long as we
normal.
can sort out
Mhm.
your weight. We'll assume that you go 8 miles if you can't find.
I can sort. I know I have the space. I just need to figure out what I need to put in, what I need to take out. I know 1,000,000% I can do that.
I mean, I can
Okay.
carry like another 3 pounds anyway, Stephen, so if need be, you can give me something.
carry
That's a
2
couple of
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah, no problem.
So we've got 2 days water, did you say?
Mhm.
Correct.
All right, so we get to the base of the river, we fill up there, and then we've got 2 days.
We can also
Yeah.
supplement a little bit with my
Yeah.
shit.
So you guys can follow the river up into the foothills. It'll be a slow process for you, but you've got your your gourds, and you can refill them at the river. You've got the food from the Cloak of Plenty, so you can keep eating that. And at the end of the first day, you're still in the Gomron Valley, River Valley, and there are no serious encounters to deal with.
The water gourds
The
are
end of
4 pounds each, right? Just checking.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do spells now if we rest?
yeah.
Cool.
You rest for the night. Set out the next day.
Yeah, keeping watches all along. These places are dangerous, so we keep the watch up every night.
Mhm.
I'll cast an Iron Vigil in the morning, just to have it, and then I'll rememorize another spell.
Also, so for force marching, you need to make Oh no, you can force march with no penalties with the boots of spring and striding, right? That's their perk, one of their
Yeah.
perks.
For 12 hours or something.
Right. Okay. So you don't need to make the con checks. You're all good. Your second day of traveling down up the river will bring you to an area where it begins to get difficult. The river sort of cuts back down into a deep canyon. There is definitely no more trail here. You're starting to kind of have a difficult time going up into these foothills, and you're reaching sort of the point where it's time to head off and maybe like cut alongside the the hills, go down the foothills into the wastes instead of continuing to go up the foothills along the river bend.
But we need
Sort
the
of that
water.
way. Yeah.
I think we need to go as far as we can next to the river. So that we've got 2 days once we leave the river.
Are there any berries around?
No, not out here. Dry.
Okay. I mean, we'll just, do it.
He's saying that we're gonna like break our ankles walking through here, Neal, or we're just gonna be going a little bit slower.
I'm saying that you're going. Oh, like you really want to. If you're looking at the map, you really want to be heading this way. Whoops. See that? Sort of heading in this direction, right? You want to be going south, and you're at this point. You're no longer. You're heading uphill, and you're going to need to go back downhill. So like, you're maybe heading southwest, but you're heading southwest uphill, and so you're going to like you're making the as the crow flies is going to be a shorter distance, but over foot is going to be a longer distance because now you have to like hike your way down a hillside instead of just going across flat ground.
How long do we think it's going to take to get there? Like 2 days?
No, it's going to take longer than that. Right? If we're only going 15 miles a day, even if we knew exactly where it was and we went straight there, we'd only just make it in 2 days.
You're going like 10 miles a day, 10 to 12 miles a day.
Right, even worse. I think we need to stay by the river. I don't think it's a bad idea for us to walk uphill following the river. Then we don't have to worry about water. And if we get to a high ground, then we won't be able to see the mountain.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree. Sure.
Okay, you push into the foothills, following the riverside, so you've got plenty of water and you don't have to worry about anything. On this day, you spot what has to be Azeron the Blue, a dragon in the sky at great range. He's not like coming towards you. He must be maybe 30 miles off or so, somewhere in this region south of the Draken Wastes, just kind of resting on the thermals. And cruising sort of back and forth.
Real quick, Mooten, how much weight, or Emmerich, how much weight did you guys say you could hold, each of you?
2 pounds.
3?
You can hold 3? Just 3?
Yeah, just 3.
And I can hold 2.
No, maybe 4 actually.
If you can hold 4, I can give you my grappling hook, and that solves everything.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me just check. I think I can.
Grappling hook is 4. I'm deleting that from my sheet. All right.
You can give me something that weighs a pound.
Yeah, I'm still good. All right.
Okay, grappling hook 4. Delete it from my sheet. Okay, I'm good. All right.
All right. Party is moderately encumbered, so everyone's going 12 miles a day. Great. Halfway through this, near the end of this day, you reach the point of no more benefit of going uphill, up the mountains. You're at the point where you're going to have to start like mountain climbing to get anywhere, and the river is no longer anywhere like approachable. You've had to pull away from the river to keep climbing up the mountain, and it's maybe who knows how far over there. You can't even hear the rushing of the water anymore, and it's not like a river you can climb up with the steep rocks and everything.
So I will take out my spyglass, heading to the highest point on wherever we are, like if there's a little bit of a mound I can stand on. And I'll scan the ridge, and slightly in front of the ridge into the wastes, looking for a rounded mountain.
We said the dragon was just like fucked
the
off.
Dragon's, yeah, it's pretty far away. You can just see it in the sky at great distance.
Gotcha. He doesn't look like he's like beelining for us or has noticed us from what we can see. Okay.
No. It's just around. You scan the ridgeline looking for this rounded mountain, but this close to the mountainside, you don't have a lot of view. Like, if anything juts out, it's going to block your view of so much stuff that you can't really identify anything rounded mountain-like. It either doesn't exist, or you're going to need to get away from the mountain so that you have a better view of the mountain range.
Well, we're going to the waste then.
Yeah, so we should fill up our water and head out.
We'll have 2 days of water plus whatever mine gives us.
Yeah.
Didn't he say something about how the mountain jutted out from the ridge? Doesn't that mean that if we just follow the ridge line, we should run into it?
Yeah, that's true. But
so why would we go out into the waste just to see where we would have walked anyway?
We don't want to walk through the foothills. It's going to be quicker to walk.
It'll be quicker to go through the waste? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, if you're going to head down into the waste, it's nice and flat. You can easily make maximum movement speed through the waste as long as you're on that hard, flat ground, but you'll be out in the open with basically no cover. In the foothills, you'll move about half speed, but you'll have cover. Just so we're aware of what we're getting into here.
We want to stay right near the foothills because we're probably going to want to camp in the hills to provide some shelter. So, but we want to walk along the waste, so we're going to like walk just along the line of the foothills.
Okay, cool. It'll be like, a 10-15 minute jog or something to get into cover at this point. If you want to be like down on the flat ground and then be able to run into the hills, you can do it, but it'll take a little while.
Yeah, I don't
no
mean
big
for
deal.
like hiding from monsters. I mean like
Just to camp at the end of
when
the
it comes
day.
to camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be casting Blessed Watchfulness on us as we do this. I guess as we're going. I guess on a different person each time. It'll make it so we can't be surprised.
Right. So we're departing the river now,
Correct.
heading into the
Yes.
foothills.
Okay,
Go
so
away.
for the record, I've got 5 pounds of water on me. It's 2.5 days, right?
Yes.
If I ration, can I make that 3 days?
I suppose.
I feel like we could probably ration
want
it a
to
little,
prep
considering
hard,
we're getting like a full healthy good meal from the Cloak of Plenty, right?
An
And
actual
with some
good meal.
cider as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. First day crossing the waste. There's not much to see. Azeron is visible again in the morning as he cruises around one area and then he crosses over the ridge to the other side in the mid-afternoon.
How was
I
the
need to
Blue
see
Dragon such a
today.
beta male to let Scoria come in and fuck up his
Well, the
area?
Blue Dragon is probably like not anywhere near as old as Scoria, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, Scoria is the big bitch around here.
Yeah.
It's to be understood that Scoria is an age class 12 Great Worm and a Red Dragon at that, and Azeron is
Class
somewhere
3.
between age class 6 and 10.
Oh, yeah. What a
Blue
loser.
Dragon. Yeah,
So-
weaker of them.
Point of note is we have to be able to come here and fuck this blue dragon up at some point if we're going to have any chance of fighting Scoria. Right, this
Why
has
do we
be
need to
an
take the
easy
distract?
fight.
Why do we need to take
Well,
this
I'm
guy?
just saying, because if we can't kill him, we can't kill Scoria.
That'd be
And
like
he
our
is-
training ground.
He is one of the listed things that has a bunch of treasure. Like that.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah,
Second
sure.
flag. That second flag down here is Azeron's lair, or at least it was the marker for Azeron. So we will have to kill him at some point.
First night after traveling through the desert, you make your camp in the hills.
We're always putting down our pink candles, and I'm casting Blessed Watchfulness as well.
And Blessed Watchfulness does what? Tell us.
It takes a roll of 1 to surprise someone under this effect. He resists sleep spells and similar magic as if he were 4 levels or hit dice higher than the actual level, and gains a +2 bonus saving throws against other spells or effects that could lower his guard or force him to abandon his watch, including charms.
Excellent. Okay, and one person has this?
I have 3 castings of it, so I'm going to be casting
Ooh.
it twice during the day, and then I'm going to be
Mhm.
casting it whoever's on like watch, I guess.
Okay. So are you doing like one person keeps watch all night?
We'll probably do that for like one night. I don't know which night, because I can keep watch, I guess, some nights. But then I can't like recast these, so maybe we'll do that on like the night before we go in the tomb. But I'll probably just cast this before we go to bed, I guess.
But then, so I'm saying you're casting this on someone, and that one person is staying up awake with Blessed Watchfulness all night to keep an eye out for things.
I'll ask my party if they want to do that. It's up to them. Can someone afford to not memorize spells in the morning? I could just.
I can. I've cast no spells today, so I can afford to stay up all night.
Yeah. Do you want me to get dispel fatigue for the next day?
Yeah, sure. Might as well, right?
I'll
Yeah, that'd be
memorize
nice.
that in the morning.
Excellent. All right. So, Imric, you're
Yes.
awake this night. Your
I love
first
it.
night traveling through the wastes, coming up to the foothills to find some sort of shelter and place away from the open to spend your evening.
Yeah.
Roll me a surprise check. You can only be surprised on a 1, so roll me a d10.
Easy, dude.
Easy.
Easy peasy. You are not surprised by what
course I'm
approaches your camp. Late one night, you can hear the clicking of some sort of chitinous plating on the hard-packed earth. Something is coming your way.
All right. Well,
Why don't
I
we
pull
find
my-
out
Oh, okay.
what this is on the other side of our break?
Based.
Based on what? Be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Nick, it is night.
Yes.
Your
Oh,
purple
yeah.
candle is lit. The wraith in it. You know it's an illusion, and so I guess it's not attacking you, is what we had discussed earlier, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and even if it was, it wouldn't be doing any damage because you're aware of it, but, you know,
It could
it's
be
not
annoying.
like coming after.
Well, anyway,
Not like,
before you start talking
"Ooh,"
about
in
the
your
wraith,
face.
if I hear chittering of fucking insect hide, I pull out my lightstone. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe how quickly.
Yeah, and let's also talk about what it's like to be in the... Because you hear things at night when you're on watch, you know? You're always hearing something out there. Maybe the howl of a wolf, and you have to judge if it's close or not. Maybe it's just like a shriek that comes from the forest, and you might think it's a person, but really it's just like the mating call of some weird animal. You know, there are weird noises out in the wilds all the time. But when you make this check here, this isn't just like you hear a random noise coming from the wilderness. This is
Right.
you hear something that is close to you and that, you know, alerts you to attention and wariness. So you
Yes.
whip out that lightstone, and right at the edge of your camp, maybe 20 feet from you, is this massive scorpion, maybe like 3 feet wide, maybe like 4 or 5 feet long, the whole tail coming up and curling around. If the whole thing were to be stretched out, it might be like 7 feet long, maybe 8 feet long,
Save
at
or
the
die.
edge of your camp, stepping towards you, stepping
Alright.
into the zone.
I will roll my initiative and I will shout out to wake my brothers up. I mean, maybe the light is already the light.
Yeah, it's
combined
gone
with the noise of
from-
the scorpion. You know.
Dark night to bright as daylight, so they will be waking up this round for certain as you call out to them. But it's still going to be one round of you and the scorpion
Yeah.
as it steps into your camp, and you are rolling initiative for...
Trying to decide between color spray and mirror image. How big is it? Wait, have I read? Can I look at the scorpion thing in the monsters manual, or is it?
you don't have time to pull up the book right now.
No, but maybe I've glanced over it. You know? Maybe I've read that bit.
Give me an intelligence check at -8.
Oh my,
Oh my
god.
god. What the fuck?
No.
Yeah, there's no, you haven't read that page. You got the book a little while ago, and you haven't really perused through it very much. You've mostly been hiking. There was that time on the boat,
Okay.
but like, yeah, you definitely haven't paid attention.
Oh shit.
Okay. You roll initiative with a 10. The giant scorpion rolls a 9.
Ah, you joking me?
You're
Color
fine.
spray. It's save or die, dude.
Well, I have hold poison. I'll just nap myself and get it.
Okay.
Well, I don't even have to nap myself. I can just memorize it in the morning.
Well, by the time you learn, I'll be dead. So I mean, I think. I don't know.
Really?
It depends on the poison. I mean, yeah. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right. The scorpion steps into the misty zone, coming right for you when the wraith, built into the illusion of the candle, comes towards the scorpion, swiping at it and missing, but it distracts the scorpion, and it will turn its attention to the wraith, reaching out with its first pincer,
Blessed.
dropping its die. Rolling an 18 against the Wraith, easily grabbing hold of the Wraith and snipping through it for D10 damage, 4 points of damage, but the Wraith is unaffected. The second Scorpion Pincer comes out, critically the Wraith for 6 and 6, 12 points of damage, but no good. The Scorpion has really gotten its claws on this thing, and it goes right through it. Now, there's no way these sorts of creatures, natural creatures, could survive if they didn't have a healthy fear of the insubstantial and the undead. And while this wraith doesn't really emit like fear like some undead might, the scorpion will get
It's
a
pretty
chance to
smart.
understand what's going on. I mean,
Oh,
it's a
come
pretty
on.
stupid scorpion.
Oh, come on.
This
Do
is not to
remember
like,
time-
you know,
do remember
figure
how
out that
many
it's
times
a...
I tried to disbelieve that troll. I mean, I'm
This
smart.
isn't a disbelief. This is like, is it going to run
Okay.
away or is it going to try and fight the wraith?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he rolls terribly. A 7. Ooh, actually, no, that is... Yeah, that's bad. He will stay and fight with the stinger, trying to stab the wraith, missing it. And Nick, take your turn.
All right, cast mirror image.
There are many of you.
6, 7 of me.
Wow, it's a lot. Everyone roll into initiative. Wraith will go first. Scorpion goes at 7. Actually, Nick goes right before the Wraith. The rest of the party is waking up. It's bright as daylight out. You must probably be shielding your eyes as they adjust. You can see through the parting between your fingers as you're looking out. This scorpion in claw to wraith battle with the phantom from the candle. Nick, go first.
I reach for my bag of sand, speaking the words to color spray, throw the sand, and it glows in the rainbow of colors and blinds the scorpion, or maybe even knocks it unconscious.
Excellent. There's a hit die limit on these things, right?
If it's
No.
lower hit die than me, then it's automatically fails and gets knocked unconscious.
Excellent. And how many hit dice do you have?
5.
It is higher hit die than you.
Okay, well, now I gotta look it up.
Isn't it just a saving throw over a spell at that point?
It's different results. Creatures, blah, blah, blah. Those with hit die 1 or 2 levels greater than the wizard are blinded for 1d4 rounds if they fail a save. If it's 3 or levels more than the wizard, they're stunned for 1 round if they fail.
Okay. So he'll make a saving throw. A 10 is a fail. The scorpion is blinded for d4 rounds by the color spray.
Do you want me to roll a d4 or
I would love you to roll a d4.
2 rounds?
2 round. Material.
I will take
You're
a
up
shot
next.
with my bow.
Short bow and arrows are nearby. A simple measure to stand, knock, fire, and completely whiff.
Okay.
Mooten.
I don't think I'm gonna go fight it. I don't think that's wise, right? I'll look to Emmerich. Emmerich, should I go stab it?
No, it's poisonous.
Yeah, I'll
Tank it. I'll tank it.
Yeah, I'll just do nothing.
All right. Excellent.
You don't got a range weapon, okay.
No, I do not.
Scorpion sort of makes some attacks at the Wraith, but begins to back off because it can't see anything, right? It's blind. The Wraith misses the attack. The Scorpion backs out to the edge of the vision and tries to just like flee and turn. Steven, you can get your second shot if you want, but the Scorpion, blinded, is running off into the hills.
I'll shoot. I have the ethereal quiver, so why not?
Oh, unlimited arrows, yeah. 15 AC on the... I'm sorry, 17 AC on the Scorpion. So the back attack, pings off the chitinous plating, and the Scorpion exits the area.
Good, fuck him.
And the party is safe. Unless you think it's going to come back.
No, you turn off the battle music, it's fine.
True. The music fades from our ears. We know we're safe. Back to sleep.
All right.
Thanks, guys. But I guess it's gone now. You can go back to sleep.
Yeah, the rest of the night passes uneventful. We move into the next day. The party travels through the hills. Through the desert. So this is day 2 of no renewable water, moving roughly 12 miles a day.
I'll fill my sack. How much water is in it?
You. Sorry.
By the end of the day, there's not going to be much left, but
Even
at the
though-
start of the day, it's about half full.
Well, no,
Alright.
because we drink from the cloak of plenty mostly, and we only use our water.
And we're trying to
Quiet.
ration. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cloak of
Right,
plenty
right.
gets wiped out every day.
Right.
Mhm.
Quick look at the Cloak of Plenty here. Ooh. Cloak of... Magic
all
chairs.
sitting in
This is a
silence.
lot of magic chairs.
Wait, it has magic chairs? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just looking at my list of magic items, and There are a lot of magic chairs.
I don't think I've ever seen a magic chair, Neal.
I don't think I have either.
Wait, how would you know if it was magical if you saw one?
Well, I mean, like, seen it in a campaign or anything like that.
How would you know? You hadn't investigated every chair. Do you casting detect magic on all the chairs you come across?
I would assume
Yeah,
that you
okay.
sit in it, and it would do something.
Maybe I've seen a magic chair, sure. I've not realized it. What would a magic chair do, do you think?
Maybe not let you sit in it. Just keep going away.
Yeah, like maybe it like pulls out from under you every time you go and sit down on it, you just fall on your ass.
That'd be a useful magic chair.
That would be funny.
So there's a quart of apple cider, a quart of cool water, a quart of strawberries. The half pint of honey doesn't have any water value, but the pear, the orange, and the apple and the sweet corn does. Even the spare ribs has a little bit of water in them.
So a quart's like a liter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
so
only-
You need about.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I'm the only one with a bag of holding right now, right? We don't have any others yet, right? Okay.
Nope.
Cringe. But okay.
And
So I think you guys can probably.
is about 2 pounds of water, slightly over 2 pounds of water. So there should be about a person day's worth of water in the cloak, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I.
Yeah, I think you're going to be doing. I think you can each get half of your water from the cloak every day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll only be using 1 pound of water from your supplies. So at the end of day 2, you should have used 2 pounds of water each.
So we have 2 pounds left each.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 pounds left because I actually had water.
That is a fair ruling.
Well, throughout this day, Imric, you can spot the rounded mountain. You've walked through the plains the wastes far enough that as you pull out the spyglass and take a look around, sure enough, there is a rounded shaped mountain. It's,
All right, so
right here on your map.
looking through the spyglass, right, I'll take it down. So, Anton, take a look over there. You think that mountain looks round?
Yeah, and I'll pull up the map and be like, yeah, it looks round on the map too.
Kind of
Why
reminds me
didn't
of
we
the Queen's
notice
ass.
that? Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Wait, in the
I guess
middle of the
that's it.
wastes?
Yeah, this one. The round one, I guess,
The
kind of.
round-looking mountain on your map.
Fuck, it was right there the entire time.
Yeah.
Right in front of your
I
face.
thought it was going to be like more
Flashbacks.
circular than like the top is.
Cringe.
Why didn't Claire just point that out? What an idiot.
I mean, it's
Right.
actually
What an
rounded on
idiot.
our version of the map.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean, like, the in-game version of the map is actually rounded.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought this was our map, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
this is your map.
Okay, okay. So, how many days is it since we left the river?
2.
This is the end of the second day. The mountain is within sight, but it is not within walking range. You're still many miles from it. Maybe a half-day walk from it.
Okay.
2-day walk.
Well,
hard to
I
tell
feel
out
like
here.
we should have gone.
Let's
8
force
miles
march.
to there.
I have dispel fatigue if we need. I think that will.
Yeah, let's force march. We're probably. about
You already
5
cast
miles
Dispel
away.
Fatigue because you were letting him stay awake all night, right?
Oh, correct, yeah. Wait, I can
Um,
cast that in the morning and then rememorize it, though, correct?
No, you didn't
yeah.
cast dispel fatigue. It wasn't dispel fatigue. That was in case I needed to learn spells. It was Iron Vigil that you cast on me.
I can't cast
Right, but
Vigil on
Iron-
you, but you could stay up all night, and then I'd cast Dispel Fatigue on you.
He
Oh,
cast
tired.
Blessed Watchfulness on you, and that
Yeah.
will let you stay up
Sorry.
all night without any problems, but then you'll still be like exhausted when the spell wears off in the
If
morning.
he casts dispel fatigue on me, can I learn spells?
You can't learn spells, but you can.
Do you
act
want to
as if
learn
you hadn't-
spells?
No,
I can
it's
nap
fine.
you.
No, it's fine. Keep hold of it. If I have to, it's better off I cast the spells I've got and then nap later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll cast Spell Fatigue in the morning on him, rememorize it, because that's easy, because I only had 1 spell to memorize, I guess. Maybe 2. And then if somebody fails the Force March, I'll Dispel Fatigue them and just don't fail the march.
All right. So force marching the way in the direction of the mountain.
Yeah.
No, well, like along the ridge
No,
in
along
the
the
direction.
Okay,
towards-
you're just gonna keep going towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Those of you that are force marching, make me a con check, except for Tyrael, who has the boots of striding and springing.
Nice.
Excellent. You both pass.
So this should mean we can go 15 miles instead of 12.
Then Tyrael should make his force march, and I'll dispel fatigue him if he fails.
I don't think I have to
He's
because I have the
tactics in
boots.
boots.
Yeah,
But
the
if he
boots let
does,
him-
he only does like 10 miles, right?
No,
he's
I
at
can
the
go max
same
because
speed
I'm
as you.
yeah unencumbered.
Oh,
mode
okay,
now.
sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So you're at 6, 12, 3 is 15 miles. Right, so you can make an extra 3 miles today. At the end of each day of March, character must make a con check. Penalty 1 applies for each consecutive day. If the check fails, no more forced marching attempts can be made until you've recovered, even if the check fails. One drawback to forced marching is that each day of forced marching results in a -1 penalty to all attack rolls. This modifier is cumulative. So if the party won't force march today, you can do so, but you'll take a penalty of attack rolls until you spend a day. A half day's rest is required, a full day's worth of forced marching. So you can force march today, but tomorrow you'll have some attack penalties. Those of
It's
you
not
without
worth
your
it. We'll
No,
have
it's
attack
not
penalties
worth it, then.
until we take half a day to rest.
Yeah.
Why do we
Yes,
why do we
half
want to
day
force
for
march?
each.
Why can't we just keep making our current pace?
So we're just running out of water, but yeah, we just keep going.
Okay, yeah, we'll just keep. Sorry, I didn't know that you got the
Okay.
-1.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling y'all. So you're not being surprised when I'm like, haha, you forced march for 5 days. Welcome to -5 to hit, everybody. That'd be shitty. All right, you can rest this night at the edge of the wastes, head out the next day, and approach the mountain, or, come into plane with the mountain. But as you do so, I'd like you all to make me some sort of perception check.
Are you fine with me having the blessed watchfulness? How we've been doing it?
Where
I've
you
always
cast
I
it
always,
during the day?
Yeah, I cast 2 during the day because I have it's like 4 plus 5 hours, so 9 hours
Mhm.
each. So yeah, is that
Mhm.
chill?
That's
I
fine.
can call it out if you want, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perception check.
Perception.
Yep.
I will be rolling high here. Don't worry. Fuck.
Good. Oh, no.
Not good today, guys.
Okay. Cool. Well, you arrive sort of at a point pretty close to it, at the base of the foothills. Looking up, there's the mountain. You're here.
All right. Well,
All
it's got to
right.
be east. It's got to be out of the Drekken Wastes. Let's venture there.
It should be a canyon. Wait, let me climb up one of these hills real quick. I'll climb up a hill and pull out the spyglass and look towards the wastes, looking for canyons.
Yeah, out in the wastes, a little bit away from the foothills where you've been walking, you can see a network of crevasses reaching for miles in all directions. They seem to be intertwined, sometimes connecting, sometimes getting close but not connecting. They are sometimes fairly narrow, sometimes quite wide. It's just a mess of canyons down below.
That's fine, but is there
sheer
one? Is there
canyons.
a canyon that's closest to the rounded mountain?
Yeah, there's like 2 areas where canyon cracks come out towards the mountain, and you're looking at between the 2 of them. Give me, I don't know, give me a wisdom check to see if you can
Intelligence?
judge which one is
Intelligence?
in wisdom for judgment, to see which one is
How about
more aligned.
dexterity?
How about wisdom?
Haha!
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, one of them seems to be a little bit closer than the others. You can get a good estimated opinion which one to head towards.
All right, guys. I think there's a canyon over there. That's the closest one to the mountain, so I suppose that's what we should check out. Let's hope that these run deep enough that there's water down there.
Yeah, sounds good.
If there's not, you can always drink your pee.
What do you mean by that?
Disgusting answer.
Not a good joke. Not a good look for you, Anton.
There are other cleric schools that let you create water. I think that's a needed ingredient.
It would be nice, yeah.
All right, you guys head towards Crevasse.
I have no idea at all about your little vengeance mission, right? I haven't heard any part
No.
of that.
Thank God.
Okay, can't wait to metagame. Hearing about that, killing you later. For
Thank God not. I'll never
So-
get into that one.
Hopefully we can actually get into the canyon and it's like shallow near the start and we can just sort of gradually walk in and not need to rappel down the cliff face.
We're stopping here to get water before heading into the tomb.
No, there's no water. I'm just
No.
hoping that the tomb is in the canyon network.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so we just gotta head down. But maybe it's deep enough that the water pool is there.
Excellent. I would like all 3 of you to make me saving throws versus petrification.
Well, here it is. It's over.
Okay.
Do I have time to call upon faith for this?
Nope.
I failed.
One fail. One pass.
Based.
Hold on. I have a +1 to my save, I think, because of the Ring of Protection.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I don't think it is enough.
All right. Tyrael and Imric.
Oh, it's over.
You are stricken with fear. It kind of seeps up on you out of the middle of nowhere. Just walking in the direction of the canyon when all of a sudden this oppressive feeling sort of lurking at your back, pushing you down, binds you with terror.
Wait, is this an actual petrification?
No, you're not petrified.
Is
but
it?
You are.
Is the fear so intense as to be clearly magical?
Yes. Yes. Fear out of nowhere, it is definitely magical. And you, for the duration of the fear, will fight with penalties of 2 to your attack and damage rolls.
Oh, that's fine.
As I feel this fear come over me, are we in combat right now, or do I have time to, like, mess around for a second?
I think you've got time to mess around. You haven't seen anything. You just feel terror.
I have
on
a
you.
Ring of Protection and a Ring of Free Action on. Neither of these feel like they alleviate the fear, correct?
Correct.
Could I swap out my Ring of Free Action for my Ring of Petrification Resistance on my other finger? Do I feel like that helps alleviate the fear at all?
Yeah, you start changing out rings on your fingers. You don't feel any less fear with that ring on you.
Okay, I'll remain with my Protection and Free Action ring on then. Okay.
Meanwhile, Imric.
Yeah.
What is your name? No, it is Anton. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anton, you feel the fear as well, but it doesn't impact your ability, right? Your hands don't begin to tremble. Your palms don't sweat. Your knees aren't going weak, but you can feel this terror approaching you. You're just not going to be mechanically affected by it.
Can you explain what the canyon's like? Is there a bunch of roots down here? Is it very grassy?
It is hard-packed earth, flat ground, like flat salt flats. It is just barren and straight for as far as the eye can see in front of you.
Good thing I didn't have Entangle either.
Can I cast a spell, Neal, or are we in combat?
You can cast a spell.
I will fumble inside my bag for the components to detect magic and cast it.
Great. As you are fumbling for these components, you feel a shadow pass over you and then in front of you. And
what the
looking
fuck?
up into the
Really?
sky, you can see the wingspan of the great blue dragon Azeron overhead.
I
what you are
abandoned the
feeling-
spell. I abandoned the spell. Yeah.
What you are feeling is dragon fear. Large worms like this emanate a certain level of fear around them. And they can cause, small enough, weak enough creatures will just automatically panic. Other creatures like you will have to make a saving throw or fail and fight at significant penalties. These penalties can go up and down, yada yada. But you are within the aura of dragon fear from this creature. And once
So
the shadow passes over you,
Okay.
the fear alleviates temporarily, but you're pretty certain that all the dragon has to do is get reasonably close to you for it to come back and hit you again. And we're going to keep your saves throughout. Go for it, Nick.
Sure. Throughout what? I was going to say, so I start looking down, reaching into my bag, and I see the shadow approaching on the floor, and then I, wide-eyed in terror, look up and see the dragon pass over us. Do I
Coming
catch a
from
look at
behind
its
towards your front.
face? Is it looking at us? Is it coming towards us?
No, well, it was coming towards you. You guys are walking east. It's also coming east. It's come over the mountains and then swooped down towards you while you were all had your backs to it. And just, it cruised over you from an altitude of maybe 200 feet or so, just letting the dragon fear hit you, letting it cast its shadow over you, and,
Yeah.
Still at 200 feet or so, cruises off and begins to turn around slowly.
Does it look like it knows we're here?
You're in the middle of the open wastes.
He does know we're here.
You'd have, it's gotta know.
Oh,
What
wait,
do
so
you
we
guys
haven't
wanna
gotten
do?
to any of the canyon yet. We're literally just in the middle of the...
You're on your way to the canyon.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we're in the middle of the way, so there's no place for us to...
There's no cover.
I have a Scroll of Etherealness if we want to use that.
Do we feel as though a dragon could follow us to an ethereal plane?
Yeah, maybe.
He could.
It probably wouldn't, but it probably could.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Is the dragon headed for us?
It flew over you and is flying away, but is presently circling around. they're big creatures. They take a while to turn, like a aircraft carrier.
It's possible. This is a dragon. It's not like dragons are just like these violent things that kill everything. I imagine if he doesn't feel like he has a reason to mess with us, he'll just keep doing whatever. If we just carry on, do you think we'll be fine maybe?
Well, I think maybe blue ones are evil, so it might kill us. But how close is the canyon? Is it small enough that it wouldn't necessarily be able to follow us down? Like, can we just sprint to the canyon and try and...
You want to run to the canyon?
Well, it depends how close it is and how wide it is. If I feel like...
Well, the canyon's in the ground. You're not really going to have 100% certainty of being able to get there or not. You're not even sure how far it is away. It's at some point you'll sort of reach the canyon, but you're not going to have a lot of warning ahead of time since it sits below ground level, you know? And you're only so tall.
I don't know if we should run. Maybe we should just continue, like, act scared. Because if you act like a lame duck, maybe it won't fuck with you.
Okay, well, I'm a thief. I can climb walls, so the only thing I can do is Shadow Colossus fight the dragon climbing all over his body. Otherwise, it's up to you two to figure out.
Just stay close to me. If it comes and it's going to make an attack, I'll pull us into the ethereal realm.
Okay.
It's finished its circle and is coming back towards you, still at an altitude of about 200 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna swap my gloves of war with my gloves of dexterity. Just notating.
You want to put on the fire ring, Steven?
Do all dragons breathe fire?
No, it'll be like lightning.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Nice. Okay, I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, we're just gonna keep walking, I guess.
I'll lead us to the canyon. I want to be ahead by quite a bit, by like 30 or 40 or 50 feet. Okay.
All right, so
Really?
you start running then
Yeah, I
towards
wanna-
in the direction of the canyon.
Sure. I think I can take one attack, and then we can just see what it does. I guess, unless you have any other plans.
Tyrael bolt.
The ethereal this scroll is a plan, but yeah.
That was the plan, yeah.
We're gonna.
Well,
we don't think
Tyrael
you
is
can
already
follow us?
bolting. He's running.
You
right?
said you think you could follow us into the ethereal plane, did you not?
Yeah, well, he might be able to.
We don't think he would.
But
So
let's
to
fucking
get
run.
this
I
straight,
think
you guys are just standing there having this conversation.
No,
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not gonna run.
We are.
We're power
You
walking.
guys are just standing there
Well,
like,
no.
well, maybe if we cast this scroll.
We are power
That's what
walking.
we
have to
like,
do, yeah.
Hold
closer
on,
and
I'm
closer.
sorry. Hold on, I'm getting a Twitch clip broadcast to me from 15 seconds ago. Those creatures are large and they take a long time to turn. So we have plenty of time to talk as we hurriedly march our way towards the canyon.
Yes.
We're hurrying. We're not running. I think running is bad.
Yeah.
I'll,
You wouldn't run from a
We're
dog.
walking. We're doing a quick.
You know
walk.
what? I close my eyes and I pray to my priest brother, take me to the ethereal plane. Oh, brother, take me.
Wait, do you want to go? Actually,
If he's coming towards us, then maybe that'd be the good idea.
Let's just sprint. I think as soon as Tyrael breaks, I also lose my nerve and sprint following him. I want to draw my axe off my back and hold it aloft.
Okay, I don't draw any
You
weapons.
draw
Oh
a
my-
weapon
what
against the
fuck?
dragon.
Okay,
No,
why
it's
would
a
you
lightning absorber. It's a lightning absorber.
Oh,
Yeah, totally.
but it.
I'm not
Okay.
like, holding it in a threatening way. I'm just
I
holding it.
sprint with them and start fumbling for my scroll pouch.
I've got my weapon drawn as I run towards the dragon, but like not threateningly.
We're not running
Yeah,
towards him. He's
nice
above
sword.
us. He's in the air. It's
You know,
not like
the
we're
way
like.
that the dragon wouldn't think I'm going to attack it. That's how
I give it a look that says, I don't want to fight.
Wait.
roll
Can
me
you show us what does that look?
Jeff to
What does
see
that?
if it works?
What does that look like? What does an I don't want to fight as I hold my giant axe out look
He's
like?
just fucking crying.
Okay.
It's a curious, fearful look.
Okay. We're running. We're running.
All
We're
right,
running,
the
I
party
guess.
runs. The dragon will pass over you one more time, not blasting you with any breath of weapons or anything.
As the
just
dragon's coming,
zooming
I would like
over
to
you.
ask my. Should I cast silence on it? Maybe it'll fuck up his flight.
What? Why would you start casting spells at it? Wait, how do you think it
Yeah,
flies
don't do
magically? It has
that.
wings.
Okay, I didn't do it. Well, if
Come
it
on,
can't
let's keep
hear,
going.
you know,
Let's
it
keep
might
going to
fuck
the
it up.
canyon. Let's fucking go. Tyrael, get out the magic rope.
For what?
All right.
We're
If
gonna
you're
need to climb
down,
down the canyon.
Oh wait, are we there yet? Can we see that it's too steep
Well,
to just
no,
run
but
down?
we're gonna get there, and we don't have time for you to be fumbling around in your bag for it.
When it gets about
Okay.
100 feet out from you guys, the dragon fear washes over you again. The two of you that failed your saves go sweaty and weak in the knees as the dragon quickly passes over you and the fear is
Anton's
lifted
cool
again.
as a cucumber.
Mhm.
So brave.
He's the only one not freaking out. Come on, guys, it's fine. We're gonna get to the canyon. We're gonna be good. Stop freaking
It's
out.
totally fine. There's nothing to be scared of.
Running forward, you come to the edge of a crevasse. It just drops down maybe 100 feet or so before you, throwing a look over your shoulder. The dragon has turned around behind you and is approaching from a much lower altitude now.
That's
now
great.
It's only about 50 feet off the ground.
That's great. It drops down.
shit.
I tap Anton on the shoulder. Give me the grappling hook. We're gonna.
Yes.
I can grapple on the ground here.
I tap.
What?
I tap Emmerich.
Oh, the grappling hook, yes. I hand it to
Oh, yeah.
Anton, who then hands it to Tyrrell.
Sure. Okay. I would like to attach it to like a rock or something here. Do I see someplace I can attach it?
There's no rocks. It's flat ground. You might be able to pound it into the earth if you have a hammer. Do you have a hammer?
What? No. Why
Got
the
the-
fuck? What am I,
got
Bob the
got
Builder?
blunt
I
side
don't
of
have a
my
fucking
axe.
hammer
Got the blunt
here.
side of my axe.
Ah, the blunt side of your axe.
Yes.
I'll pound
Oh,
it
yeah.
with my mace. I have a mace.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Hammer it in.
There you go. You can hammer it in. It strikes into the ground. Hopefully, it'll hold fast in the hard earth.
Okay.
How many people are down it at a time?
How far do we need to go down?
100 feet.
How far does like the grappling hook hold?
Well, you have the magic rope.
I have 60 feet of magic rope.
Well, then we're gonna have to make a 40-foot tumbling check, baby.
How much damage is that? Isn't that like 12d4x?
Well, we have
46,
tumbling, so
46.
we shouldn't take much damage.
4d6 damage, so we could just die.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
25.
I do the grappling hook. I attach the rope to it. I tell the rope straighten so that the rope straightens out and heads down the mountain. And then, yeah, I hurry. I guess Emmerich first down the rope.
Oh, shit, okay.
So you're gonna go one at a time.
We're gonna go very quick.
We're gonna go one at a time. We're not gonna go super
One at a
quick.
time?
One at a
Emmerich
time.
first?
Yeah,
I
Emmerich
mean, I'm
first.
going first. I start fucking climbing down.
All right, Emmerich, you scamper down the rope. The dragon is getting closer. You guys are waiting for Emmerich to get to the bottom. When he does, you drop the remaining 40 feet.
I mean, is it still vertical?
You-
If I've got
first
no
off-
choice, I will.
First off, you
got
drop
no
your
choice.
bag, and then
Yes.
you drop.
I drop my bag and then I land on the bag.
All right,
Shout it to me.
Over
Use
the
your bag
thing.
as a pillow.
Yeah,
hang
Anton
from the
goes.
very end. Drop your feet. You don't have a tumbling proficiency, do you, Emmerich? Why would you? That's ridiculous.
The rest
if
of
you
us
at the
do.
very end and landing on your bag, we can be doing 3d6 damage as you tumble 30 feet to the hard packed earth below.
9 damage.
9 damage.
Not a big deal.
Anton will go second.
All right, so looking back, the dragon is coming. It's going to be pretty close. Someone's
fine,
either
no.
you're both going to have to go down, or one person might be.
Let him
exposing
go
themselves to
down.
the Dragon.
I'm going down.
Let him go down. Wait, what is the fear? Wait, how does the fear affect me again? Minus to what? Into what?
Minus
Hit
hit.
damage.
Dragon fears 2 to hit and damage.
Easy. Okay.
Okay. Tyrrell,
Anton?
let's just go together. We have tumbling, we'll be fine. I start going down. I hope Tyrrell follows.
Can't Tyrrell just climb down the wall? with
Oh
his
my
feet?
god, hello, yes I can. I have fucking wall climbing, which I believe allows me to climb literal fucking marble, right?
You have wall climbing?
Well, I have climbed walls as part of my thieving.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you could just make me a regular climb check if you want to ignore the rope.
I mean, if you fail, you might fall 100 feet, but you'll be alright.
You'll live.
You'll be all right.
You good?
Woo! All right, you can scamper on down.
I climb
as-
down.
Yep, you climb down, and you will see the dragon has come to a stop. Its large wings spreading to catch the air, bringing its feet forward, landing on the crevasse, looking down at you guys
Shit.
from above.
Do you want me to make a
However-
tumbling proficiency or anything?
Yes, I would love you to make me a tumbling check when you get to the bottom. That is a path. You would take half damage from falls above 20 feet, is it?
Yeah, I throw my pack on obviously before.
So roll me 3d6 divided by 2. 5 points of damage. No problem. The dragon peers down at you, but you see before you an inlet cut into the side of the crevasse, behind which is a massive stone door that has a key slot about yay big with some like weird metal shutters in it.
Dragons can't cast spells. They're silenced.
But if they're silenced, yeah. But we're far away. I mean, we're 100 feet away. Probably can't cast.
Yeah, you're 100 feet down.
Like, can
What do
we
you do?
can we get inside the inlet so we can break line of sight with it?
Absolutely.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll pick up our bags
Alright.
and we'll do that.
Yep.
All right, you bolt forward under the inlet. You can hear the dragon breathing above, and its fear comes like down, and you can still feel the fear of the dragon. It's
I
there, but it's out of
will-
sight.
Yell out. We have no qualms with you. Leave us alone.
In what language?
The mystery or Drakisian.
Drakisian? All right. call out.
I want to talk to a dragon, chat.
And the dragon calls back. Leave me tribute, and I will leave you in peace.
We'll only get it back off him later, I whisper.
Brave.
Can I just leave him a +1 weapon or something?
That'll probably work, yeah.
What do you got on you?
I've got a selection of +1 weapons.
Does anyone have a +1 weapon on them that they're not using?
Nope.
Oh, hold on, we're gonna find something. I yell out.
No, I don't actually.
Oh, I do actually. I have another spear because I got the other spear from that guy. So I will call out. I have a magical spear. Will you take that as tribute? Oh, great blue dragon.
Throw it up! Dragon barks.
I'll go up there and I'll do my best spear toss at him. Not at him, towards.
Right, towards him.
Yeah.
The range of its spear isn't particularly great anyway, so the dragon's gonna have to like reach a claw down into the canyon to grab the spear as you throw it up.
You can't reach a claw down 100 feet, right?
No, but if he throws the spear 90 feet, the dragon can reach a claw down 10 feet.
There's a strength
I
check.
agree.
Yeah.
You can probably throw it quite far if you aren't trying to.
Nope,
attack
he
it.
throws it at the bottom of the canyon.
Thankfully, you don't need to make a strength check to throw a
Okay,
spear.
cool.
It's just an
Oh.
automatic throw.
Good, okay.
It's fine. The dragon will clutch the spear in one hand and then clutch the grappling hook with the same claws and take off. Grappling
That
hook, rope,
bitch.
spear in tow.
Does the rope just fly off? Wait, can we grab the rope?
It's 40 feet up. Yep.
Wait,
Takes off
Steven,
with-
shout it. I shout it. Untie, untie. As it's flying away.
I believe it does not hear your commands or respond to them. The dragon has it in tow.
Wait, he took our rope? Why?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Wait, Neal, we get to roll initiative to try and shout at it. Come on. What's the point of having a magic
At the
rope?
very least, we should be able to try to get
It should follow our commands if we scream to it. Yeah, call to the rope to untie.
Shouldn't it follow the commands of the person who's holding it?
No.
No?
He's not even holding the rope, he's holding the grappling hook.
He has to
Yeah,
cast
but
a
I'm sure if you're holding the grappling hook, the rope must also be touching you. If you got a big ass dragon claw,
He has to cast a disarm on me or kill the owner of the rope in order to take possession of it. I think that was the law we'd written. So
Sounds accurate.
otherwise,
This
how
bitch
would
took
any
our
of us
rope.
ever do the rope ever?
Yeah,
Well-
I don't think you need to touch it, but
We should be.
The
There
dragon-
should be a roll for this. 100%. There's got to be a roll for this. We see him go to grab the rope and go untie. There should be a roll for
you
it.
can't grab the rope though. It's 40
okay,
feet up in
we
the air.
see him going for the rope as he's coming
We should be
up.
able to scream like
Can we,
untie.
Can we have like a perception check to see what he's doing? He's
So
a
the
big
dragon's
dragon.
perched on the ledge, right, with its
Yeah.
feet.
Mhm.
It reaches down for the spear, stands on its feet, leaps into the air, and starts to fly away. And
Yeah.
as it leaps in the air, its feet just close over the hook. So you're not even really aware that he's taking the hook until the dragon's already in the air. If you can give me... one of you can give me a perception check to maybe notice that it's taking it immediately.
I
like,
will
as it's
roll.
taking off rather than
I-
a few seconds in air.
Come on,
Are you
Steve.
sure?
Yes, it's my
for it.
rope.
What is your perception?
It's
13.
his rope, yeah. Come on, easy
But it's
win.
my rope.
Easy.
I have a
I have
connection.
call upon faith, I guess, but okay.
No,
What's
I
out there?
agree. I agree, Stephen. You do it. You're gonna roll 20 here.
I'm gonna roll high. This is a special rope to
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see the foot close around the grappling hook as the dragon spreads his wings and leaps into the air. What do you do?
I call out untie.
As loud as you can.
Also, we
Nothing
also have
happens.
to. We need to clarify this later too, because I remember saying that we could use the rope to tie somebody up. But how would that work if the rope ties you up and it takes commands from anybody? They think it's like, oh, untie, and then it's like, did they just get out? Right?
Well, probably if someone knows how the rope works, that would be a very effective
Then
way
this
of
rope
escaping.
sucks.
Yeah, but what if the guy's like, hey, you, untie me right now? And then there's just...
Untie me is not the same as commanding the rope to untie, right? You have to give like a target and a direction. And,
Oh, like you need eye
specific
contact
word.
with the rope. You got to be giving it a look and then making sure it's looking back at you. Okay. Anyway, I scream untie. What
Yeah,
happens?
exactly. He gets it. You scream untie. Ooh, man.
Perception check for the rope.
Sure. The rope can untie itself from the grappling hook, but it is still bound in the dragon's claws.
What?
I'm serious. The dragon takes your tribute, takes your rope, takes your grappling
We didn't
hook.
offer the rope as tribute. He's stealing it.
We're
I just wanted to be clear.
Stealing it.
I just wanted to be clear. He is stealing the rope. Okay, so he is a thief. He is a fucking thief. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be
know
coming
where we're
back
going
for this
after
bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking dragon.
All
right.
The dragon
Wow.
takes off, leaving you in peace.
I sigh. I turn to Tyrell. Never mind. We'll worry about getting out of here afterwards. Have you got the key?
Yeah, I have the 10-pound key. I hold it in my hands. What do I do with it?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look. All right, we go and look at this door, Neal.
So the door seems to just be like a large 12-foot wide, 10-foot or 8-foot tall slab of stone that just sits here in this impression. And in the very center of it is a key slot that's about yay big, made of metal. And there appear to be a series of like metal, I'm not sure what you would call them. I'm going to make a doodle for you instead.
Yes. Where is said doodle?
In the red desert.
All three brothers look at each other and we just nod. We're gonna go kill that bitch one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dragon's gonna die.
Absolutely.
So it looks sort of like this. You've got like a keyhole, but you've got these like various slats. I want to say that each one of these like areas right here is like a solid piece of metal, and then this is a solid piece of metal, and this is a solid piece of metal. But they're all sort of like next to each other, sort of like a fan that might fan out. And it looks like the key with its angular front could be inserted in between these sorts of metal slots.
So I'm only
should be
seeing
easy.
4 slots right now, not 5.
Should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it.
Wait,
either
is this
4 or
drawn
6.
somewhere on
You'd
the...
be putting it on the line rather than in between.
On the line.
Oh,
Okay.
this is easy then. 1, 5, like 3, 4.
Yeah, so I think I remember the dwarf saying something about there's like a normal lock has like 1 set of things that have to turn, and this has got like 9. So Neal, I test pointing the key in. Does it feel like there's like it clicks deeper in? Like, could I like
Oh,
unlock
yeah,
the
so you
first
put the-
lock in slot 1, unlock the second lock in slot 3, sort of thing?
A key has a series of what would you call them? Teeth, right? So
Yeah.
each time you put the key in, it like clinks in one tooth, and then
Yeah.
you put it in, and it'll clink in another tooth, right? And there are 10 teeth on the key?
Yeah, 10. So assuming that this is 1 and this is 2, I'll go through the list, right? 1, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 3, 2. Going as far as I can each time,
So,
turning it until
like,
it locks, taking it
insert
out,
it,
going the next
turn.
one.
So what do you? I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, so the first one is 1, right? So I'm going to put the key in the lowest left-hand slot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go on until it clinks the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll turn it. And presumably it unlocks.
You'll turn it, right? So it just turns, no problem.
Then I pull it
There's
out.
no like necessarily unlocking of anything, but you can like put it in and turn it,
You can pull it out, right, when it's turned.
and then you pull it right back out.
And then he'll go
Okay.
to the 5th one, I think.
Then I go into the 5th one.
You
Yeah.
do the 5th one, and then you put it all. You like shove it in all the way and turn it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
keep
So
doing that.
put it in the first slot all the way, turn it, take it out. Put it in the 5th slot all the way, turn it, take it out. The 3rd slot, the 4th slot, so forth and so on. You do this 10 insertions and extractions.
Yes. And then as I turn the 10th one in the 3rd, so this is in the central hole, I hope to hear like a click and pull the key out, hoping something will happen.
Nothing happened.
Oh, shit. So did it feel like it was going deeper in every time?
Well, you slid it to its maximum depth every time, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You put it in all 10.
Yeah, so is there any way to tell? You just said that I put it in across all 10. As I'm putting it in, can I like feel it click 10 times?
Yeah, you can feel each tooth fit in one at a time.
Right, yeah. So the first time when I do the first one in the number 1 slot, I will try and only go to the first tooth. Then in the second
Only
one,
the first tooth.
then I'll
And
go
then
to the
you
second
pull it
tooth.
out, and then put it 2 teeth in, and then
Yeah.
pull it out, and put it
Yeah.
3 teeth in. Yeah, still nothing.
I pulled the key out, confused, looking at the piece of paper where I wrote down the combination in the back of my spell book. I don't know. This should have worked. This is what the dwarf said.
Well,
So there was no indication that anything was happening as I was turning the...
Mm-mm.
you're doing the 1 corresponding to the left, 2 corresponding. Can we try the same?
yeah.
Can we try the same pattern in reverse?
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Dwarven reads right to left, but both of your attempts, both of your techniques have no effect when you reverse
Maybe
the
try-
polarity.
As we're doing this real quick, just to get rid of this option, since I imagine we have quite some time here, can we treat it as like a cipher and shift everything to the right by 1, shift everything to the right by 2, and then work through those combinations to see if anything unlocks the key?
Certainly, you've got time, right? There's no immediate danger, so we'll just say you while away the hours, the minutes, whatever, trying these different force.
Wait, before we do that, I gotta.
What?
That sounds
You
like
got a
it'll take
thing?
a long time.
No, it should
Maybe
take
I-
like 3 minutes or something, right?
He just said hours.
Well,
He said we
we're
have
gonna try
hours.
many things
Oh,
for
sorry,
plenty
sorry.
of time.
Yeah.
So it'll take you maybe 5-10 minutes to go through these things, talking between yourself about putting the key in. It's a heavy thing. Your arms get a little, it's fine. You spend 10 minutes on this project, but that shifting the cipher doesn't seem to work.
Maybe try it like this. So 1 is queuing to keyhole 1, and then 5 teeth in, 3, 4 teeth in, 5 teeth in, 1, 3 more teeth in, and then 2, 3 teeth in.
Aren't there 10 teeth in each one though? Or did I misunderstand that?
I don't know how many teeth there are in you.
Yeah, the lock has 10 teeth. We've got 10 numbers, and there's 5 slots, and each slot...
Yeah, I was trying to pair them so there'd be 5.
I mean, it seems almost certainly like the numbers in the combination refer to the slots, and then each number in the combination, 1 through 10, refers to the lock. The teeth in the lock. Surely.
Well, none of the numbers go up above 5,
Yeah, exactly.
so there has to be something interesting with the teeth, I guess.
I still have those 2 potions, 1 half drink, 1 full potion that was sitting underneath the key. I don't know if that would be relevant to this, but
Maybe.
also, is there a word? Did the guy say anything about a word that must be spoken or anything else like that after the correct?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Can I can I real quick? Can I put the key into the slot 1, try to twist it, slot 2, slot 3, do that through each one? Do I ever hear like a click? Like if I wait for everything to reset and then I try it in a certain slot, do I ever hear a click when I do the first slot or no? Like does it sound like anything is?
Can you repeat that again more slowly for my simple mind?
I want to stick the key into slot 2 and attempt to turn it. Does it turn?
It'll turn left and it turns right.
Okay, and it'll do that in any slot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I
so
put it in-
always turns both ways?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
If I put it in slot 1 and I do it first, do I hear a different type of noise? Like something like a
So are
tumbler?
you're shoving the key in one tooth or all the teeth, or let's be very specific here.
Fuck, hold on. Okay, let me try to understand this. There are 10
Let
teeth
me
on the
try-
key,
okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So there's 10 teeth on the key, and it can be inserted in... So in the first hole, can I try to do each of the 10 teeth and turn it? Does it turn anything... Does it turn any more when I go, like, through each of the 10 teeth?
No.
No.
I go to the first tooth in each slot and try turning it in both directions. Is there any noticeable difference at any point?
The key will turn, about the same distance no matter what.
Okay, you know when I did it before and you said it doesn't, nothing happens. Was I turning the key left or right?
I assume I always turn my keys left in my door, or right, clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
So can I try and do it anti-clockwise?
Mm-hmm. But no change.
Even if I reverse it again, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try the pairs.
So tell me about the pairs.
So I'll go to the first one,
Mhm.
and I'll put 5 teeth in, and I'll turn
So
it.
you put it in 5 teeth, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, and then you turn it,
Yep.
and then
And
you pull it out.
then I'll pull it out, and I'll go to the next one. 3, 4 teeth in, 5th, 5 teeth in, 1.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Didn't think so. Have we ever had a lock in our lifetimes that you've not put all the teeth in before?
I can't imagine that being the case.
I can't imagine that. So we should just... I think the teeth thing is a red herring.
Wait, what?
Like, I think you're always putting all 5 teeth in. Or all 10 teeth in. correct?
That's what I would imagine.
Yeah.
That's what I did the first time. That didn't work. I did
Yeah, I know.
all the way in the first slot, all the way in the fifth slot, all the way in the third slot. So I guess we could try that again, but reversing the slot numbers and using the shifting cipher.
When we stick it all the way in the first one and try to turn it, can I listen? Can I use like my detect noise to see if I can hear like a very, very, very quiet noise of anything kind of like clicking into place, like any tumbler moving inside?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a detect noise.
Okay.
So when you put it in, you're going to hear like a click, click, click each time you put it in. And then as you turn it, it seems to go click, click, click each time you turn it in correspondence. Like, so if you put it in, if the key starts in slot 1, when you turn it, like there seems to be a single like click turn to here, and then a single second click to here, and a click to here, and a click to here. You know,
So when you're in slot 1, you can't turn it left. You can only turn it right.
No, it'll still turn left, but it won't go as far left because you're already starting at like almost maximum leftward turn.
Can I try, going off of MrMouton's idea, can I try in the first slot, we slide it in all the way, and then, I don't know if I need to use my detect noise for this, so we can just do this. Can we click it 5 clicks to the right, then remove it, then put it in slot 3? No, that actually can't be the solution. Never mind. Fuck.
Well, the issue is there's 10 teeth.
No. So I'm not talking about teeth. I'm talking about, so my idea was stick it all the way in,
How many
and
times
then
you turn it?
turn it right 5 times, take it out, stick it into slot 3 all the way in, turn it 4 times. But that can't be the case because if you look at how you've organized the numbers, that means that we're ignoring slot 4 and we're putting it back into slot 1 on the 4th turn. Do you see?
Well, what if you go into slot 1, turn it 5 times to the right, then you go in slot 5 and turn it 3 turns to the left? No, maybe that doesn't work. It's got to be something like, it's got to be something to do with the, so Neal, if you put it in slot 1 and turn it to the right, can I now turn it right like 5 clicks?
Yeah. It'll go, if you put it in slot 1, you can click it 5 times to the right.
Well, let's just try that. We'll put it in slot 1, click it 5 times. Slot 3,
4 times to slot 5, you know what I mean.
Slot 3, we'll click it 4 times. Slot 5, we'll do it 5 times. Slot 1, we'll do it 3 times. Slot 2, we'll click it 3
Yeah, we can
times.
try that, I guess.
We might as well try it.
Yeah, you give it a shot, but no dice.
Can I try, I'm going to insert it in the middle slot. I'm going to go to the first, no, wait, never mind. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Wait, no. Wait, yes, it does work. Okay. I put it in the middle slot. I go to the first tooth. I turn it once. Then I
You
go
put
to
it in the middle slot, and you go 1 tooth in, and then you turn it where?
Once.
Once to, like, just a full turn, or like 1 click to the left or the right?
1 click to the left or the right.
Okay, sure.
Then I put it into the second tooth and turn it 5 clicks. But I guess
Okay.
I can't at that point, or can I?
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to turn it 5 clicks. If it starts here, and then it goes 1 more tooth in, now you can only go 1, 2, 3 in one direction, or 1 in the other direction.
So maybe that's the key. Maybe we need to find out the starting slot that would allow us to go in, like...
Oh, wait, hold on. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm not understanding this. Let's try this one more time. I thought that these were... So, does the key only insert in one place, or are there 5 different places to insert the key?
5 different places.
Oh, wait,
There are
okay.
5 places to insert the key.
But you're saying that when we insert it all the way to the one on the left, we can't turn it to the left at all? We can only turn it to the right?
Correct.
So when I'm over here all the way on this leftmost slot, I can only turn it right... Or I can turn it right 4 times or 5 times?
1, 2, 3, 4 times to the 5th slot.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand more. And then when I'm on slot 4, I can turn it to the right once or to the left 3 times, correct?
Yes.
But when I'm in slot 1, if I'm in slot 1 and I turn it to the right 2, 3, 4 times, so that I'm not in slot 5, right? I'm still in slot 1.
You've just turned the first tooth to the 5th slot.
To the 5th spot, yeah.
But if I pull the key out, I'm still in slot 1, right?
Yeah.
I guess, like, the first tooth is in slot 1, and then you turn it to the right, and all of these metal shutters, like, shift to the side as you turn it.
Well, but am I effectively in slot 5 now, or?
I'm... Like, I don't understand the significance of that question. You're in the first slot of the first tooth.
You put the key in
now
here.
You're in position 5, right? So the first tooth is in slot 1, but the whole key is in position 5.
Okay, fuck. I'm just trying to understand.
Wait, the first tooth is in slot 1.
Yeah,
What
he
do you
says
mean?
if you put one tooth in at slot 1, and then you turn the key to position 5, which slot is the key in? And the first tooth is in slot 1, but the key is in position 5. So if you were to shove it in the rest of the way, then the first tooth would be in position 1, and teeth 2 through 9. 2 through
Okay,
10
hold on. I'm
would be
understanding
in
it. Having
position
brain
5.
blast. Okay, I'm just trying to understand your concept. So can we? So if we stick, can we like stick the whole key in, and then if we turn it to slot 5, how many teeth are in the first slot? Just one or all of them?
They would all have entered into slot 1 and then turned to slot 5.
But then if I pull the key out a bit at slot 5 and then turn it to slot 3, would that leave one tooth in slot 1 and one tooth in slot 5?
If you put it all the way in at slot 1,
Yep.
turn it to slot 5, and pull it out 1, then teeth 1 through 9 are in slot 1 at position 5.
Oh, okay, so it works the other way around. Okay, wait. So have we tried where we stick it one tooth in slot 1, then twist it, then push it in one tooth in slot 5, then twist it back to 3, push in one tooth slot 3, then twist it up to 4, then push
You have
in...
not tried that.
Yeah, can we try that?
Yes, and as you do so, the door begins to shudder.
Okay.
Sorry, I was.
Rage.
Brain
Can you
blast.
explain? Can you just explain what it was? 'Cause I wasn't.
Yeah.
listening.
Okay,
Explain
yeah,
it.
so here's what's happening, okay? So imagine you have a 10 tooth key, and every tooth can be twisted, right?
Yes.
Do you understand that so far?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it was just hard to visualize.
each
So when you
part of it
stick
can,
it
like,
a
move.
little bit in the first slot, in slot 5, at that point when it's in slot 5, we could turn the whole key, but that one tooth will be stuck in slot 5. Does that make sense? So after
The
you
teeth
stick...
don't move. The teeth stay with the key.
The what?
The key is solid. The teeth do not shift within the key.
But you're pushing the tooth into slot 5, right? And it locks that.
So if you,
Yeah, well,
if you
yeah, okay,
put
sure.
the
It doesn't
first
matter
tooth-
actually which one it is, but yeah, like the technically all the teeth stay. But when you put it in slot 5, when you twist it, the tooth will twist with the tumbler in slot 5, and then you go to slot 3, and then you push it a little bit more so that like one tumbler is stuck here, one is here. Then you twist it to slot another one and push it a little bit in. You're basically twisting it and pushing it a little bit in each time.
Yeah.
I think it's just like picking a lock in real life. You're just like you're finding like the tumbler, you're getting it to stick with the key in the right way, and then you push it a little bit more, twist it, push it and more, twist it, push it and
Yeah.
more, twist it like that.
Well,
Yeah.
What's
And
the
it
reason that
works.
people can't lockpick this then?
You'd have to lockpick each one individually. I think he said you'd have to pick all 10 locks.
So when you normally pick a key, you've got, I think a normal key has like 5 tumblers. I don't remember how many exactly. And you'd scrape the tumblers and you'd like feel up and down, and you'd only have 5 things to set. In this case, you have not only the up and down of the key to fit it in, pushing tumblers down, or pushing tumblers down in this situation, but you also have tumblers left and right. So you're gonna have 10 times 5 to the 10th.
So it's pickable. It's just
It's
it would be a
pickable, but the
lot of
number
things.
is so impossible that
Yeah.
you would never get to it.
But if you had the combination, you could pick it.
Maybe, but then you'd have to be like picking this thing and then somehow reaching into a slot
Yeah.
further, like 10 in and over. And
I think
there'd be no way to
the
like,
easiest explanation for this is that
this
like
thing.
the pick usually requires you to manually hold like the little tumblers as you do it. If
Yeah.
this is a 10-pound key, then each of these tumblers is probably really heavy. So you need to bring in like 20 people to hold stuff to like hold and pick the
Yeah,
lock
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to be able to set a tumbler 5 things back in might not really work out well.
Require a lot of dexterity. Okay, but the door opens, right?
But
Imric,
the
how many
door
wizards would
opens
this take to knock
with a
spell, do you
shutter.
think?
10, I guess.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
The door opens with the shutter. Dust descends from the ceiling,
That's
and the whole situation just rises up.
Like Zelda. On the Game Boy.
Sure,
Yeah.
I didn't
know
play
what I
that
mean.
one.
I know what I mean.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a break right here as the door opens and our party stands before the tomb of Vlad Ormor.
All right.
One more. Okay. Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. You open the tomb. The ceiling, the portcullis made of one giant block, lifts. Dust falls from the ceiling as it does so, and soon the inside is partially illuminated. You know, it's already deep in this canyon, and then already inward underneath this thing, this overhang, so you can't really see deeply into this area. The lighting here is already sort of dim, but you hear a voice calling out from inside, a female voice saying, "Well, well, well, look what the cat dragged in. Who the hell are you?"
Can we see who's talking, or?
It must be deeper in the cave than your light will allow.
What language are they speaking?
They are speaking Eridonian.
Is that appropriate for where we're at?
Sort of. You're in the Free Cities. They tend to speak a lot of different languages here. Or you're near the Free Cities, but you're also like in the middle of a waste. It's weird because this should be an empty tomb. So who's to say what's an appropriate language for?
Can I take my lightstone out of my pack and toss it forward? And then I'll ask, who goes there?
Yeah, as you reach into your pack, the voice calls out, "Careful! We've got bows and spells trained on you. Real slow-like, please."
It's the fucking elves.
No.
Really slowly, then I pull my lightstone out of my pack and I ask, merely figuring out who's standing on the other end of a guarded vault. Do I see anything when I pull my lightstone out? What is the radius? Is it 20 feet?
I think it's 60 feet.
60 feet of bright light, I thought. Could be 40.
I think it's, 60 feet. You can see... Yes, your light will shine down the hall, which appears to be maybe like 50 feet long itself, and then a little bit into the room beyond. And you will see 4 people sort of at the edge of the light, which is still quite bright.
How far?
Edge to this. At the edge, so about 50 to 60 feet from you.
Okay.
The 4 people, 2 of them look like well-equipped adventurers of some kind. One of them's a woman with a shield and like a magnificent sword, wearing chainmail. She's all decked out. The other is a dwarf, a female human, I should say. The other is a dwarf wielding a warhammer and a battle axe, and clad in, what was this, plate and chain, also with exquisite weapons. And then the other 2 people look like maybe hirelings. They're sort of like regular chainmail on, a shield and a spear. They just look like minions, henchmen, something like that.
I'll give Tyrael a look, and he's seen this look many times. It's like, should I cast Hold Person, Tyrael? It'll be like a...
It's the whole person look.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then what
shake
look
my
does he
head
give
for a
back?
second and I'll look forward. What are the 4 of you doing deep in this tomb?
How did you even get in here?
I could ask the same thing of you. How'd you get the key?
We borrowed it.
We're on direct business.
Yeah. On a higher authority than whatever authority it is you hold.
A masculine voice calls from deeper within the tomb beyond the light radius. An older, more tired voice saying, "Well, we are the Wayfarers, and we have made this our secret home. Bit of a problem that you have found us here. Our typical strategy is to lay waste to those who might uncover our places, but what authority, on whose authority are you acting?"
That is of our business. Maybe not of your concern quite yet. The Wayfarers. What do you mean by that? Are we familiar with Wayfarers?
I mean, that's just a generalized term for someone who wanders or journeys over long periods of distance.
Yeah, okay. So like nomads or
But
whatever.
they're using
Okay.
it as like a proper noun, like this is our group's name.
Yeah,
We're so
sovereign
cool.
citizens. Cringe. Okay.
They better wayfare the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'll call forth. We are here under direct authority to retrieve a few select items from this tomb. Are we going to run into a conflict trying to procure items from this tomb? We have no business or bother with you. We don't wish to remove you from here or even report that you may be in here, although we have no idea how you got into such a place. We're merely here to collect a few things and leave. I look to Nick, and I rub my chest a little bit while looking at him.
Yes.
And
Okay.
what do they say?
The masculine voice is sort of quiet for a moment, and then one of the henchmen there, one of the people just in chain with a spear, steps back and like vanishes out of the light, and then starts to walk forward down the hall carrying something in one hand.
Forward, away from
a bag. No, forward towards you guys.
Towards us.
Okay.
Yeah, so he like left the light
we
vision.
threw the lights.
And then-
No, no,
I,
I'm holding the lightstone still. I didn't throw it. I don't believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still just in your hand. And then he begins to walk down the hall. Just a lone soldier. He's left his spear somewhere. He's got his shield out, and he's carrying a small bag.
I
Gotcha.
read his mind now.
You reach for the amulet, focus on the character, and you can read the thoughts of, please don't kill me.
What is and I look to Nick for either a nod or a head shake.
I give him a nod.
Okay, I will I'll sheath my sword and then holding my lightstone up and my other hand a little bit in the air, non-threateningly, and I'll walk forward to meet the man walking towards us. Can I meet him in this hallway, or is he in a lower level or whatever?
No, it's all the same height, so you can meet him as you walk forward.
Yeah.
So you'll
As
walk forward a
they're-
little bit, revealing a little bit more of the tomb as you step forward. Your lightstone will shine on what appears to be two archers standing maybe like 10 feet further deeper in on top of what appears to be a sarcophagus, probably Vlad Ormor's sarcophagus itself. They're standing on it, using it to like see over the heads of their allies with
Sure.
bows aimed
And
at you.
we can see 4, but we hear one voice deeper from within.
Right. So you could see 4. Now you can see 6, and there's at least one more voice from deeper within.
Understand?
I'll yell out, how did you get into the tomb without the key?
You give the call as the two men meet, and the guard walking forward hands you a bag and mutters to you, "Give this to your wizard. He'll understand." And the voice from deeper within calls, "We took exceptional care to make a copy of the key so that no one would be the wiser that we're here. Hope you haven't interfered with our plans. We needed a place to rest after the fall of our home."
I scratch my head a bit
Golden?
awkwardly. We're not entirely sure if anybody knows this particular key is missing. We do plan on returning it immediately, so hopefully not. What do I feel when he hands me this bag?
It's just a leather bag, and it smells terrible. It just,
Can I just
it's
kind of
just
like,
got a little bit of stuff in it.
as he hands it to me, can I kind of like glance in it? I don't need to like rifle through it, but when I just open it, what do I see real quick?
Some sort of like muddy yellowish something mixed with like little clumps of dark brown something.
Okay, I'll walk back. I'll walk back and I'll hand the bag to Imric.
Imric,
What's
it's
this?
undeniable. This is sulfur and bat guano.
Okay, I
I told
think-
us to eat shit.
What?
No. Is it for a spell? Neal, do you want
and
to
the-
tell me what spell that's for, or can I just roll like spellcraft or something?
Ooh, yeah. Give me a spellcraft check.
Uh,
At a +2 because this is pretty obvious. God damn it, Nick. I was expecting this to be an unfailable roll.
Oh no! Wait, what did you? I was.
can I roll again?
Yeah, you get the bag. It's got sulfur and bat guano in it.
Is that for fireball? I'll ask him.
Is that for fire? It could be for fireball. Let me just check. Let me just consult my
It's
My
sulfur,
memory.
Nick. I mean,
some big brain stuff right there. Yes. Oh shit! It is for fireball.
And as you're looking at it, you'll notice there is a fresh set of fingers that have wiped through it. Clearly, someone has a pinch of sulfur and bat guano in their hand.
They're threatening to fireball us.
is this a threat? I'll yell out.
It's most certainly
I-
is a threat.
Now, you're coming into my home unannounced. Our home unannounced. I'm
Well, we're
hoping that we
here-
don't all
wait.
have to die here today.
Okay, so I will call out. Okay, let's take stock of the situation. You're merely looking for a place to live. We're merely looking to retrieve some items. Obviously, you would like us to not reveal where you're living. Of course, we decide we have no need to do this. We're not going to reveal you living here. Simply, please, could you hand us the items? We could head off on our way, completely with complete passivity between the two parties.
If we don't get this key back, they're gonna know
Hold
the
on,
key
yeah.
went missing.
They-
People are gonna come looking for you.
We need to return this key immediately because this key is missing from where it's at. They will be checking on it. I'm
This is
sure
the key.
you don't want your home spoiled.
I don't. We certainly don't. You can see the woman and the man who aren't henchmen up front are ready for combat. She's got her shield out. Her sword is drawn but down. His weapons are hefted over his shoulders. they're in like a ready but not active state.
How wide is this corridor?
10 feet wide.
So you're saying a lightning bolt would hit everyone in the corridor?
It would hit everyone in the corridor, yeah. But, Tyrael's standing in front right now, so it would also hit him.
No, because I can start it at a place.
Oh, that's true. You could start it after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are certain that you could get your lightning bolt off before them and that it would kill the spellcaster, you might be able to get out of this in one piece. But,
Well, let's
it might
talk.
not
Let's
kill
just talk
him.
for a second. We can just talk. It's okay.
I can
Yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
silence the spellcaster.
As he's holding it or whatever, his spell or whatever he's doing, I just want to can I just fiddle with my fingers and swap one of my rings real quickly as well?
Yeah, give me a like a pickpockets check just to do it without anyone being able to notice whatsoever, like really surreptitiously.
A pickpocket check.
Just a deck.
Yeah, it's gonna be our, like,
Dex check,
sleight of
Dex
hand.
check, Neal. Dex check.
I don't know. I don't
think
know
it's
how
a
to.
little bit more specific.
Well, hang
than-
on. Let me make an argument though here, just to play Sean for a second. Just because he hasn't trained pickpocket doesn't mean that he can't switch a ring up. He's dexterous.
Right, but so there would be some sort of like sleight of hand skill, and I think pickpocket, or if you took the non-weapon proficiency prestidigitation, either of those would be an appropriate method of like being able to manipulate something really small, really quickly and carefully, so no one can see it.
Well, does it matter?
'Cause in
if he's
theory, like,
changing a
you
ring
could-
out? Would they care? They could.
They might not care. If he wants to do it unobserved, I would like a check. If he doesn't mind, if people might see it,
Sure. What is my?
then
Okay,
you
just
can
tell
do
me
it
what I
without.
got to roll. What do I check?
Just a regular pickpockets check and be a success.
Where do I see that at?
Is that in skills?
It's one of
It's
your
in your
thief
thief
skills.
skills.
Oh,
Yeah.
my thieves pickpocket. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't take my armor off for this, so I'm literally at -10 on that roll.
Yeah, that's why it's
Oh. Well,
saying.
do you have prestidigitation? No.
No.
That is fine. They might see it. You switch rings then.
Hey, you swap rings. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, it's your swap wings. That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
I'll call out. So, do we have a deal?
Well, I believe the items you've come for belong to us now, and I'm currently using them. I'd hate to give them up. We need them for our plans, as I'm sure you need them for yours.
Can I direction sense to see where he's at in the cave? Get like a sense of where he is.
Direction sense is more about like where you are in the wilds, not necessarily where someone else is. But the voice is just coming down the hallway, so it's beyond the light, and wherever they would be, it's just going to come down that same hallway. Like all the sound gets focused in this channel. You're going to lose
Emmerich.
distinction at the end of it.
I'll whisper to Emmerich. I have a light stone. I could cast silence on it, and I could throw it down.
They'll see you if you cast a spell.
Maybe we can
I'll-
come to some
yeah.
other arrangement or
back.
terms.
Certainly, there must be some agreement we can make for the items. Yes. Perhaps a trade.
Perhaps
there's something you require.
Well, we require vengeance, of course, upon the people who destroyed our homes, sacked our towns, but that can't quite be gotten.
You follow Velthara?
Our cleric follows Tempos. You definitely don't see a cleric, so there's got to be at least two people hidden. But there is a time and a place for vengeance, as Tempos wills it. It
Sure.
is certain people's fate to be removed.
I'm sure there's something else that you might require. Something else that we can assist you with.
Well,
Well,
we
what
might
about
be in
you?
the same...
Perhaps we can give you a favor instead of you taking your looting this too.
What are the items that we're here for again? The gloves of war and what else?
Ring of free action.
We need that.
Gloves of war, ring of free action, and what else?
2 secs.
As you guys do that, I'll call out. Well,
Boots
where are
of
you
speed.
from? What got sacked?
We're from
By who?
Eridon. Our homes were wrecked by demons and then marched on by armies of undead. We here survivors have fled and now wage asymmetrical warfare on the forces in Eridon and Mystria.
Well, we might be on the same side.
Explain yourself. Who are you? What is your purpose here?
I'll look to Tyrael.
I shake my head. We can't tell him.
I will say that Mystria are definitely no friends of our own. We do throw a wrench in their plans whenever we have the opportunity to, But unfortunately, I don't think we can divulge much more than that to a group of tomb raiders living in a tomb past a door that was supposed to be unopenable, save for the key that we ourselves possess. Seems that we are at an impasse, but I don't believe that you have the upper hand negotiating this. Were you to kill us here, or were we to simply leave without what we were after, seems as though the key is going to be reported missing, and your little crew here will be exterminated as soon as people come down from Roxas to investigate this tomb. Certainly you can't allow that to happen in exchange for a few silly items that I'm sure you have no use for, no?
Well, we can leave. We have our methods. We would hate to walk across the deserts, but that's why we have you can hear this metal ringing sound coming from deeper within the cave. He must be tapping something against the floor that you can't quite see. Mm-hmm. We have our ways of moving between continents without being seen or heard. We could leave tonight with no problem.
Well,
We really only need the ring, I'll say to Tyrael. That's the main thing.
you possess a ring of free action. It's really the only true thing is that really all they have in this fucking tomb? It's a ring of free action and the gloves of war?
And boots of speed.
Boots of speed. Is that different than boots of springing and striding or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are boots of speed? What does that do?
We don't know.
So it's
don't know.
boots of speed, gloves of war, and ring of free action. Those three things, right?
Yeah. The gloves of war we can live without.
Gloves of war I can definitely live without. The boots of speed. The only reason I say that we need the ring of reaction is because we need that to go and do the underwater stuff, which is our next quest. So that's the only item we truly need. The speed boots would be nice. We might be able to make a trade here, if need be. I could give up my other spear. I think we have another +1 back at the home, so we give him a +1 spear. And then if you guys have any items that you don't need, I mean, we can make a trade and not murder hobo. We also have a lot of fucking scrolls.
That's true.
I'll call out. Would you be willing for a trade?
Perhaps.
Well,
What do you have to offer?
We're after the boots and the ring.
That is a problem.
Why?
The boots, perhaps we could do without. The ring... Oh, you know how invaluable a ring of free action is?
How close are we to them? If he fireballed us, wouldn't he hit himself?
No, because come on, fireball. Can't they just start it way behind us and do a fireball? Don't we do that all the
Yeah,
time?
but can he see that?
No,
far
it
behind
comes
us to
through.
be able to do it?
Yeah, you've
No,
got 60 feet of light around you.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't we near the door?
Yeah, you're at the very entrance.
Is the door closed?
No.
No, it's still open. It's raised into the ceiling.
We should close the door. Then it'll
We
half
should
data.
close the door.
How do we do we even know how to do that? I don't even know if we know how to open this from inside.
Looking around, you can see there is a lever right next to the door, on a wall. That's set.
If there is a lever and that lever is closed, would it make fireballing only us impossible?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it
would
depends on
come
the
back
size
and
of
it
the
would hit
tomb,
him.
but...
Well, that's what I'm
I
asking.
shout out to the guy. Listen, friend. When we came down here, we were being chased by Azeron. Do you mind if we close the door behind us? He's just up there on the cliffs, making me
Probably
very
heard him
nervous.
stomping around.
Azeron the Blue. Well, if you close the door, that means potentially mutually assured destruction. But go for it if you worry about the dragon.
We're
I'd
shutting
rather
ourselves
end
in
my
when they
life-
have 10 people in here. They don't have to guess magic to just kill us.
I mean, maybe. But...
Can I borrow the
Go
bag of
ahead.
holding?
My bag of holding?
Yeah.
If you want to, but it's literally completely full.
Oh. Couldn't even take a pebble?
No, I have 50 pounds exactly of stuff inside of it.
Then never mind. No, you can leave it.
I think we should close the door.
Yeah, as we're closing the door... Okay, before we close the door, I'll look to Imric. Do we want to do the silent spell?
Before you close that door, just know there's no way to open it from the inside.
Really?
It's teleportation or nothing to leave once it's closed.
Maybe we don't close the door then.
Yeah, I feel like then we'd probably leave that door open.
You can
Whoa.
cast teleport.
Well. Rings of slow teleport.
What's your name, sir?
Rings of slow
Oh my god, these guys are
I
fucking
am
decked.
Lord Khan. These are my friends Pola, Jack, Terasa, and our hirelings. The female in front of with a sword and shield gives a nod when he says her name is Pola. The dwarf with the hammer and axe sticks out his chest a little bit and raises his weapons when he says the name Jack. Terasa must be the cleric hidden somewhere behind and away.
Give us a second to talk amongst ourselves, and we'll sort this out.
We'll see what we're willing to trade.
Do be careful. We're watching.
We'll
don't
go
have
out to the
anything.
very entrance of the tomb in chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
Yeah, so you
how
can
strong
step
do
out.
these guys look? Do these look like formidable, like level 3, level 4, level 5 warriors? Or do these look like level 1 shitters? What are we thinking when we look at them? How do they carry themselves?
That's a good question. Give me wisdom checks for sizing up your enemies.
What is wisdom? Is
There
that
you
will?
go. That's all you
right?
need.
Oh, okay.
Will, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys rock that shit. They look pretty solid and formidable. The two front, not the henchmen look like henchmen, but the two front ones that you can see, their gear is good. She's wielding definitely a magic sword. They've got like the dwarf's got plate and chain. She's got all chain, but like her chain looks like it might be magic, or maybe she just recently polished it. But the polished chain, you got to put it in a barrel with sand and roll it around to hold it. Probably not polished chain. So they've definitely got some magic gear. They've made it here. They hold themselves with a certainty.
They were
They're
able to get the key.
Yeah, they're and if he can cast Fireball, they're at least 5th level. It's all a ruse, all an illusion.
So, I think we could work with them. They hate Scoria just as much as we do. He's a lord. He's a fellow noble. So this might be a group to have actually in the future, who could maybe even help us on our quest. Then we have the same goal.
Do they really sound like they'd be interested in this? They sound like they just want to fuck off and keep to themselves, though, and like be terrorists.
Sounds like they wanted revenge. They talked about vengeance and how they want vengeance on Mystria for sacking Eridon. I think we could actually work with them pretty easily.
Might be our only choice.
And if they say fuck you, we can just kill them. Like if they say fuck you, we're not helping you with the dragon, we can handle it then. But I think that could be our best chance. Reveal a little bit of information. He's a lord, so he has honor. They haven't killed us yet. They've been pretty decent so far. I think we can talk to them.
You think we can trust them, though?
Yeah.
What are the items that we need most from these men?
We need the Ring of Reaction.
How does the Ring of Reaction help us underwater again?
We have to. It lets you be able to move underwater at full speed.
I whisper to Anton. Is there any grudges between them?
That's actually a good idea. I will check I'll use the amulet to check grudges.
You detect no grudges, other than the brotherly grudge of
Well, I'm
growing
looking
up
for-
from your siblings.
I'm looking more for like broader grudges, like a grudge against Scoria, a grudge against Mystria. Can I detect those, or is it? I'm not looking for surface level like grudges among themselves. I'm looking for like who do they really fucking hate? Who do they want vengeance on the most?
Right. Certainly, there is deep-seated resentment sitting within all of these people, but not directed towards each other, directed towards unknown external things. But there is a certain level of like, we're in this to the bitter end, sort of grudge.
I'll relay that. It seems like they're willing to die for their cause, as shown by the fireball. I think these are people who could actually be very valuable allies and who are on the same path as us.
Well, it might be our only choice. I mean, we could reapproach the trade. We could ask them what it is specifically they need. Maybe we can help them.
But what do we have that we'd like to offer?
We've got a lot of stuff, right? Scrolls, the candles.
I've got a +2 mace that I'll probably use.
Wait, you have a +2. Is that your primary weapon?
No, I can't use it as a primary. I'm too far spec into spear.
Oh.
So I'd probably offer them that. I'd also want to work with them in the future. It would be like a more long-form sort of deal, where they could even help us out on like the future endeavors. I think it would even be wise to talk about maybe somewhat of our goals. Maybe don't bring in Scoria, but maybe, hey, we're after the king of Mistria.
We could tell them that we're working for Drex's royal family, looking to destroy Mistria from the inside or something.
And he's a lord, so this could be quite the beneficial outcome. Maybe he could even come work for us, and we could give them some spots for them to go raid because they're formidable, and then they could bring it back, and we could work together that way.
What if we offered them citizenship in Drekis? They could come. They wouldn't need to hide in the middle of the desert. They could come and live in Drekis.
They could come and go, and they could even work. I think this is a good idea. I think they could work for us. Yeah.
I don't know if
we can't do all of these.
Yeah, this is really metagamey. I don't know if Koibu would let us do that. I feel like there are reasons why that wouldn't happen. That we could just send off like a kick-ass hit squad team of people to go and raid shit for us. It feels like they'd want to keep the treasure or something. Like, why would they work for us in that way?
Because we're gonna help them come to the end of Scoria. We're gonna help them on their greater path.
We could at least offer them clemency.
We can at least offer them that. Yeah, I think that's a good
idea. I think we can definitely offer them a place to live. I like that idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'll step forward to chat.
Wait.
What?
I was thinking maybe to hand you the amulet. No, I'll do it myself. Okay, I'll keep hold of the amulet while he's talking though.
Sure. Or I could just wear it now just for this conversation.
I'll pull out the Martha Mace and just hold it like this. It's I'm kind of showcasing.
Yeah. Well, I'll hand it to you, Stephen, if you think you can use it while you talk.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to. Okay, I have the Amulet of ESP on now. It's replacing my Amulet of Charm Resistance that I had before. I just added this quick on the machine.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll step forward. You say that your people are without a home. Am I to understand that correctly?
We have our home here.
What if I said we were in a position, working under a noble family in Drexus, that we could offer you safe harbor, a town to live in, water to drink, food to eat, a place to live where you wouldn't have to constantly be on the run?
I would say to you that we are here not for a safe place to live, but so that we do not inadvertently bring the wrath of our enemies down upon our neighbors. It would have been a simple thing to move to Drekis at the beginning of the war, at the end of the war, but we're here so that we can safely conduct guerrilla operations without bringing threat upon our neighbors, our friends, and to keep ourselves from being spied upon.
I'm sure you're familiar by now that, unfortunate as it may be, I don't think anybody is saved from Scoria's wrath. It was only a month ago, I believe, that she burned Bridgegate, right, to the ground?
Bridgegate and Roller.
All too true, my friend.
Perhaps there is some... Go ahead.
She is the prime menace. Her and the demons in the far east.
So, unfortunately, I'm really not at privilege to say much more than this, other than we may happen to be employed by a noble family looking to kill exactly her, Scoria. Perhaps there is some path forward where we can work together in a non-adversarial position in such a way that both of our goals are achieved.
You think you have what it takes to bring down the queen bitch?
I think we are on the path to acquiring what it has to take. For there's no other proof of that. You see that the three of us were able to evade Azron and make it into this very tomb, relatively unscathed, which I think counts for something. There's only 3 of us, and appears to be at least a dozen of you.
We can offer you safe passage behind Drakisian lines, deep to within their territory, without anyone...
Mistrian?
Yes, Mistrian lines, well into their territory, without anyone being the wiser.
Well, this sounds like it would be something that would be incredibly helpful to a particular place or particular landmark, or to any place we choose.
The let me look at make sure I remember the name. The Wakasha Western Bluffs?
The Wakasha Western Bluffs.
No, just the Western Bluffs.
The Western Bluffs. Is this near like Blue Cliff or Easter Bluff or where?
Yeah, it's right there. Next to Blue Cliff on the other side of the canal.
Okay. It's interesting, and I appreciate it. However, unfortunately, there are 2 important things that we came to retrieve from this tomb that we need if we are to continue our quest to destroy Scoria. The 2 items that we must not leave without today: the Ring of Free Action and the Boots of Speed. Now, obviously, we're not fools. It doesn't seem that we're in any position to kill any of you, And I don't think a fight would serve any of our ends, and it seems as though we have a common goal. We seem to be united against a common enemy, so working together in some capacity makes sense. So we are prepared to trade, or at least loan items to you in exchange for that Ring of Free Action and the Boots of Speed, if you so desire. Obviously, we can't instigate any trade here without you being willing to participate. My friend over here, and I point to our cleric, is holding a mace of Martha. Whose mace is this?
It's Martha's mace.
A mace of Martha. It is quite a formidable weapon, even more formidable than most of the magical weapons you see laying around. Perhaps you'd like to swing this around for a moment, see if you consider this to be a worthy trade for at least one of those 2 items that we require.
It's from, I'll call out. It's from, I'll rename the cleric. It's from their tomb. Maybe you've heard of them, and I'll go and hand it over to the fighter-looking guy with the sword behind his thing. I'm assuming.
He'll step forward. The dwarf will step forward partway into the tunnel, so he can hand it over. You can hand it over to him, and he can take a look at it and heft it, and he'll call back. It's a hell of a magic mace as I've seen one. It tells the truth. And he hands it gently back to you before retreating back down the hallway.
Take it back and walk away.
Well, trust is a hard thing to gain in these times, my newfound friends. I would love nothing more than to take you at your word, join forces and bring down this dragon. But it's difficult to know the heart of a stranger.
We could let them borrow the
Amulet of ESP is what I was thinking.
Yeah, we could let them borrow the Amulet of ESP, and they can know our true intentions.
Or, Amulet of ESP only allows surface level thoughts, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the truth candle.
Yeah, I'll reach into my bag of holding, and I will remove a very special candle.
Nice.
So I'm sure that you've heard the name. You seem to be a knowledgeable folk. I'm sure you've heard of the name of blah, 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 the candle maker. What was his name?
Babylon.
Babylon the candle maker, yes?
By reputation.
I have here one of his candles, believe it or not. And this candle, when lit, will force anybody that breathes its fumes to speak the truth. If you so desire, if trust is actually what's keeping you from going forward in this trade, not that you feel as though you're being scammed, I would agree to have a conversation with you, both of us under the influence of this candle, where we may speak freely and truthfully to one another, if you so desire.
I think that is a good idea. And for the first time, the wizard will step out into the light, revealing himself. He is... he is a half-elf, actually. And he looks to be probably in his 50s if it were human years. But, he's a half-elf, so it's probably 80 or 90 years old or something like that.
Real quick, I believe we've talked about this before, just a refresher. Those who inhale must speak the truth. Can these be tricky truths, or do these have to be truthful truths?
I mean, there's always tricky truths, right? You have to speak the truth, but you can not speak the whole truth, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So
You
somebody
can have,
asked me, did you have sex with Frank last night? And we didn't actually fuck. We just gave each other hand jobs. I'd be like, oh, no, of course, we had no sex. Something like that would be a tricky truth.
Right, where his intention of sex might be anything, first, second, third, or fourth base, and your intention of sex is strictly fourth base.
Yeah.
Fourth base. So
basically, how you would try to
situations,
fuck us on a wish scroll. Could we theoretically fuck somebody telling the truth? Not to say that I want to. I'm just curious.
Yeah, you can, as long as you are speaking the truth and not lying.
Sure. Okay,
you can
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. How long is this candle lit for?
It's, I think, one question per minute.
I see one question per minute, but I don't know how long the candle burns. I believe you said all candles burn for 6 inches, unless otherwise stated. So
yeah,
we would get 6 questions apiece.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit different than a straight up interrogation, because with an interrogation, someone can kind of resist, and you can get down to one question a minute for conversation. But if everyone is happily speaking freely, then it can you'll last for 6 minutes.
Oh, so we can just speak for 6 minutes, and it's not going to be one, the magical effect. Okay, gotcha.
Right. That's more if you're trying to force an interrogation on someone, then it comes out to about one question, just to simplify.
Before we do this, I guess I'll just warn Tyrael that, look, there's a very real chance that they're going to find out who we are if we go through with this. And we have to be certain we can trust them. And we have to make it clear, if we take this leap, we've got to make it clear to them that they cannot tell anyone else about this.
I think it could be good. I think it could be very useful. There's so many things that Claire just brings us. If it all worked out, they could even go find stuff, and we could ally with them.
I agree.
As much as I don't want to work with anyone, I believe that Anton is correct. I think there are a few key things to note here. One is that this group of people appear to be incredibly formidable. We all agree with that. And two, maybe more importantly, they haven't killed us yet, which they probably could have the moment we opened the tomb. So they must possess some level of nobility. And three, according to this ESP amulet, it does seem that we share a common enemy. I see no reason why this group of people would backstab us, betray us, or kill us. It doesn't seem as though they have any qualms with our kingdom, or with us, or with our mission. So it seems that if we were ever to find or stumble upon a group of people that ought to be trusted, it would be these people.
Okay. If you're sure.
As sure as I can be.
The wizard steps forward into the hallway and waits for you to come the rest of the way.
Okay, I'll step forward in the hallway as well. Is there a place we can sit? I feel like I've been standing and running around for a lot.
You can sit in the hall. There's no chairs, but you can put your butt on the worked stone floor.
I will stand forward. I will place one of the candles of Babylon before me. It will be the truth candle. No, I'm not gonna.
I was about to say.
I was tempted to do the sleep one, but no, we'll do the truth candle. A purple candle.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I will sit here with the candle before me. I'll produce one ever-burning candle as well, so that I can light it, but I won't light it yet, and I'll invite him to sit before me.
He sits down before you. You can still see that there's like a smudge of bat guano and sulfur in his hand.
Yeah, I understand. As I raise the ever-burning candle, I tell him, within this bag, I possess many a candle, many of which are incredibly harmful if inhaled. I wouldn't expect you to trust me immediately. I will light this one. I will inhale the fumes as a sign of good faith. Hopefully that you trust me, that I'm not trying to trick or trap you with any of the candles in this bag. If you so wish, you can have your men back up if you're worried about the fumes influencing them, and then I will light this candle as soon as you are ready.
He motions for his people to spread out a little bit.
Okay.
And they do so.
I will hold the ever-burning candle to the candle of truth, and it will be lit, and I will breathe the fumes in deeply after I light it, and then I will set it between the two of us.
He
Isn't
watches
it kinda
you
hard?
for a moment.
If he's like backed up, isn't it really hard for him to tell like if you're telling the truth immediately? Because like what could he ask you to discern that this is actually a candle of truth, right? Unless
He will
takes
know
it
when I
himself.
ask him a question.
Yeah. I'm just saying if he wants to, he's like, oh, I want to make sure that it's the candle of truth, like before he stepped in it. But yeah.
No. He first just watches to see what happens to you to make sure you don't start like gagging or choking or something. So he takes a moment of holding his breath after you've inhaled and watches you like breathe in and out a few times and seem fairly normal.
I'll also,
And
as I
then he
breathe
will-
too, I will I'll remove my amulet of ESP and I'll set it to the ground next to me, and I will move my magical rings off of my ring fingers too, so that he sees I'm not using any trickery to. Yeah.
Okay. This is all in very good faith. He will lean forward, inhale deeply of the candle, and look at you and say, I am Lord Khan of Eridon. My people come from Plainsview. That is where we made our home, up until the demons arrived and the undead from Fortune came and drove us from our homes. We seek restitution of peace in the world. We seek the disruption of these forces of darkness. What are your goals?
My name is Tyrael McGarry. I am surrounded or followed by my two brothers, Anton and Imric, behind me, and our goal is to bring down and kill Beast Scoria.
He doesn't seem to recognize the name McGarry at all when you say it. There's no like hint of,
Fuck him.
oh my god, the McGarrys. It's just like, whatever. Fuck are these people? The items we've taken from this tomb we have used in our efforts against the Dark Lord Vicious and to hamper the efforts of the Mystrian. There is a current plague outbreak in Slagmire, which you can attribute to us.
Interesting. The items that we've acquired thus far, we have used to... Wait, is stymie the word I'm looking for? Yes. Stymie the progress of Mystria and their acquisition of magical items. I believe it was Mystria, right? Way far to the east when we were in the bogwoods. Was that Mystria?
It was Mystrian sacking Eridon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So in that area, we stymied Mystria's acquisition of magical items, and we have also hopefully laid to rest a vampire that goes by the name of Cassandra. I'm not sure if you're aware of her or not. No, I can't guarantee her death. Vampires are a tricky creature.
It seems we have similar goals in mind, although perhaps not at the same place in each of our plans. You say you need the Ring of Free Action.
And the Boots of Speed.
And these are necessary to bring down Scoria?
It is correct. So, through our adventures and through other knowledgeable sources, we have come across and searched for a great many treasures that we believe will help us protect ourselves against the mighty beast as we go to slay her. The Ring of Free Action is required for us on the next leg of our journey. We're going to require both that and probably the Boots of Speed to infiltrate another temple to acquire more items that we need to bring Scoria down.
Do you have something of equivalent value that we can trade so that we will be assured to desire to switch our equipment back? If you need only the Ring of Free Action for the next leg of your journey, and you can provide sufficient collateral, I will be happy to trade the ring. Which you hear a sort of protest coming from behind him from one of the other people, but he waves it away. Sorry, Nick.
I'll step forward into where this conversation is happening and reach into my bag and pull out the Alkezita spellbook. And say, these candles came from Babylon's lair. Inside there I found this unusual spellbook with a number of spells that I've previously never come across. Perhaps whilst we borrow the ring, you could borrow the spellbook and learn some of the secrets yourself, although I'd caution you that it takes its toll on one's mental and physical well-being to read it.
Have you clearly inhaled the vapors of the candle?
If he seems suspicious, I will do so. I'll sort of stand in there and take some deep breaths.
He does seem suspicious if you were outside of the area. So he waits you for it to inhale and to repeat or reaffirm the words that you said before.
So I take some deep breaths. As I said, we retrieved this book from Babylon's hideout, and it has a number of spells that I've never seen before. I think perhaps unique, but it's dangerous to read.
Outside of the, I'll wait there for that.
So then I'll reach over to him with the book and hand it to him.
He just motions for you to set it on the ground next to him.
Okay.
As they do that, I'll speak to Tyrael outside of the ring because I don't reason for me to go outside. Right. Maybe we could even have them do some of our missions if you'd be so inclined to invite them to do that, Tyrael. They could take what they need there. We could say what we want. I'll leave it up to you.
For sure. Let's figure out these items first, but perhaps we could discuss a way forward where both of our groups can work together, perhaps.
That would be most beneficial to all of us. I feel an accord can be reached, and he will slide the Ring of Free Action off of his finger and set it on the ground next to the book.
Okay.
I will,
and then begin to work off his boots.
Mm-hmm. In exchange for the boots,
Martha mace, I think.
yeah, we have this mace. Would you be agreeable in trading the boots for the mace?
As a temporary measure, yes.
As a temporary measure, yes.
This mace and this book are items you would need back. Is that right?
Well, as we all know, I believe the book, knowledge cannot be removed, so whatever you read from the book will be yours forever. So I'm not entirely sure how valuable it is for us to get the book back. I look to Imric to confirm. Have you learned every spell you need from this book, or...?
Remind me, Neal, I've looked at the 3rd level spells in the book, but there's more than that, right?
I do believe the book well past 3rd level.
Yeah, so no, I've not learned everything I need from it. I would need the book back, but I believe that we could part with the mace permanently.
We could part with the mace permanently, yes.
Okay, well, I mean, if you value these items, we can trade you these 2 items, and then we can return the others to you in exchange for these at a later date.
He reaches out a hand, says, I think we have an accord.
Okay, I will reach out my hand as well and shake his hand.
Okay. He gingerly picks up the spellbook and barefoot pads back to the rest of his men.
As he turns his back, I believe as a thief level 5, I get a huge bonus to backstab damage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking. I think it's 200%. Okay. Before he leaves, I will say, friend, if you are interested in contacting us, or for us to contact you in the future, if we have the location of any more items, or if there's any type of mission we wish to work on together, how are we best to contact you?
Once he, sets the book down on the sarcophagus, he walks back into the area and deeply inhales of the sputtering candle smoke, because we're nearing the end of the 6-minute timeline here. We have bases here in the Draken Waste, in Westerbluff, and one in the Wormwood of Eridon. We can move through these places from one to the other with a slow teleport spell. We as of yet, have no bases in Eridon, Miss Drekis, where you are from.
Is it possible, Tyrael, we could maybe bring them with us, or have them meet us inside Drekis, and we can give them a location?
Well, what do you think? What's the best way for us to contact you? Clearly, once we leave this place, it's going to be hard for us to keep track of each other.
Well, we will probably be departing this location quickly. If you have taken the key from Roxas rather than duplicating it, I fear this must be shortly abandoned.
It is possible. We do intend to return the key, but we cannot guarantee that nobody will follow in our footsteps to investigate the tomb.
We can head south to Drekis from here.
We know of, what about I guess it's only open monthly, but if they can teleport in, if they can get in, we could take them to the tomb of, the candle guy. We could tell them where that is. They could get in there on the night of the new moon or whatever, and they teleport in. And they could make that their home of operations. It's really close to us. It's a good spot.
That is not a bad idea.
The tomb of the candle guy?
Yeah. Just to interrupt, Neal, can you remind me the 3rd place, the woods in Eridon?
They said the Wormwood.
Wormwood. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was a good spot, actually. So, I don't know if you want to tell them that.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, I would suggest that. Yeah, actually, there is a tomb we've cleared out. The Babylonian workshop is actually freely available. There may be one statue in there I don't remember that we didn't activate. That might be in the bookshelf area. I might be making that up.
Yeah. I'll explain how they're supposed to open it. I'll explain like the mechanism on the wall.
If he's interested in it.
Yeah, if he's
well, they need to find it first. So we tell them that they would go to the bottom of Wicklando the night before the full moon.
Yeah, and that's a workshop that is unenterable save for teleportation spells in and out or full moon. It's relatively undisturbed. Nobody goes in or out of there. It's got an entire nice interior chamber with a toilet, with living quarters. It's far nicer than this filthy tomb.
You trek up the mountain for around half a day, and then turn off to the right.
You can give your best directions, and you describe the front of everything and how it needs to be opened on the moon and yada yada. And they will take it in. They will agree to make that their new home.
How would we meet them, Tyrael, since it's only accessible on the new moon?
Well, are they able to? I mean, we could just go on the new moon if we have anything for them.
Yeah, we'd
right?
have to.
Yeah.
My friend, you mentioned a spell, slow teleportation. Could you explain that to me? I've not heard of it before.
By now, the candle has sputtered out, and the man will motion for you to follow him slightly deeper into the tomb. And you'll see the tomb is actually quite small. It's just this like 50-foot hallway, and then a 40 by 40 room with a sarcophagus near the middle of it.
Okay.
And there was only one other actually there were 3 other people, the cleric and 2 more henchmen that had been hidden on either side of the entryway that, in a surprise area.
I'll give them a nod. Maybe shake a hand or two as I go through.
Yeah. So he brings you in, and he will go about and shake each of your hands and introduce himself to each of you. He's already spoken to Tyrael, but he'll
What's
say,
his name?
I'm
Lord Khan.
Lord
Right.
Khan. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is Paula. This is the other NPC and my other NPC. Teresa and Jack.
Greetings
Wait, can
to
we
you all.
roll a
My
hot
name's
check on
Henrik.
Teresa and Jack? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
how hot is Teresa and Jack?
Teresa, Jack, and Paula. Let's see. I guess Paula the fighter is
Is it Pola or Paula?
8 hotness.
Ooh,
8 out of what?
Paula?
That's not good.
7, 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like your other stats, like your strength stat or anything. So an 8 is below average.
Okay.
What's Teresa?
Teresa is average 10 hotness, and Jack the dwarf is
17.
3 hotness. Literally,
Oh my
3
God,
on
3
a
was-
3d6.
Oh.
He is uglier than Anton.
I was going to say Anton.
Wow.
This is the first person
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Anton smiles a little bit.
yeah.
Gives a
The
Teresa
dwarf-
a wink.
Appears to have been afflicted by some hideous disease at some point that has left his face pockmarked and scarred with like chunks of flesh that are missing, or maybe he was like chewed on by a zombie or something, because there's clear like section of his cheek is just gone and the whole thing is caved in.
Sure.
He's a hideous man.
All right. What's he going to tell me about his teleportation?
He will actually walk you over to what appears to be a large metal ring about 10 feet in diameter or so. And
Ring? Just a metal ring.
like a big metal, like a hula hoop, but like a giant sized hula hoop with engravings along the side in the runes of magic. And he tells you that this is connected to 2 others, and that with some words, those inside will be moved to another one, but the movement is slow. You move at walking speed across distances. So you will teleport and arrive in an instant, but days later, maybe
Interesting.
months later.
Walking
require-
speed between the places, correct? So this could literally take like months.
Yeah, if you put the other one on one side of the world and one on the other side of the world, you could teleport to the other side, but you wouldn't arrive for like 3 months or whatever.
Is
or
it
6 months.
instantaneous, or are they walking inside?
Instantaneous for them, slow for everyone
They
else.
just missed the time.
Do they
Did
age?
you did you create these or?
No, we found them in Eridon.
How interesting.
Wow, that's awesome. Do they want us to take that? What do they want us to take the ring, and we could actually
No.
put it in the tomb for them or the place?
They'll take it.
I'd take it, yeah.
Yeah, they'll manage it.
Okay, so these guys have got my book. I am going to need that back.
But they will, they will all introduce themselves to you. You can introduce yourselves to them.
Wait, can you
They
explain
will
real
give you
quick
the
how
ring of-
when you say take months to work, how do explain this again?
So you, for the user, you disappear and reappear in a spot. The amount of time that passes in the real world, not for the user, is dependent on how far away the location is. So if they are, like 20 miles away, it would take about 1 day for them to reappear. So in their time, 0 seconds would have passed. For someone not teleporting, a day would have passed.
And they don't age during this, which is kind of cool.
Right. For them, it's instant. Like, it's almost like they're pulled out of reality and
Yeah.
then brought back in at a later point in time. It's like slow time travel or slow teleportation.
Do you have to be willful when you enter this, or can you like push someone into this and then make them get stuck in a time loop or something?
The wizard tells you that he must speak the right words, cast the right spell to activate the thing. It is
Gotcha.
not.
It
Also-
requires a spell to activate.
He nods.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also, just a question about the truth candle. How do promises in the future work? Let's say that I'm using the truth candle and I say, I promise you that in 20 minutes when I go over there, I will pat you on the shoulder. Well, once I'm out of the truth candle and I go for it, am I bound to those actions, or how does that work?
Kind of, sort of, right? But at this point, we're talking about personal intent. And if you are honestly intending to do something, you're not going to change your mind. You would only really be changing your mind if you were trying to, like, do a ploy. But if something happened within those 20 minutes to prevent you from doing that, then you wouldn't be bound to it. but like,
Yeah, okay, I understand. Got you. Just checking. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, then they agree that they're going to try to take up residence in that Moondor tomb. Or not tomb, I guess, workshop.
And they say that they will expect you to return to them. I don't know. Where are we?
Yeah, well, we only got one quest to do with the ring. We
Right.
need to
So
find out what the boots do, but we can't readily ask them because,
Well, we could ask them, can't we?
well, we claimed that we needed them. So if we don't know what they do,
We can still ask. I mean, anything that'll help us be more mobile in a water environment is going to be essential to our thing. Well, these are called the boots of speed, so we assume that they're going to be... Like, my boots will probably be vital to what we're doing, so... Yeah, can I ask the man? So what exactly do the boots of speed do? What kind of mobility are we imparting on the wearer?
by the way, I'm going to take the ring of free action because I believe you two already have one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm taking that shitty mace off my sheet.
the +2 mace.
Yeah, it's just like 6 pounds. So much.
Yeah. Boots of speed are pretty bum in my book. Boot, not book. Bow. Bottle. Boots of speed. So the boots enable the wearer to run at a speed of a light horse, 24 base movement. For every 10 pounds of weight over 200 pounds, the wearer is slowed by 1. So 180-pound human with 60 pounds of gear would move at 20 base. So 200 pounds, including you and all of your. For every hour of continuous fast movement, the wearer must rest an hour. No more than 8 hours of continuous fast movement are possible before the wearer must rest. Additionally, the Boots of Speed give a +2 bonus to armor class in combat situations in which movement of this sort is.
Which movement of what
So-
sort?
If you like, it's going to give you +2 to your Dex AC.
Gotcha.
So back attacks won't. It won't work for back attacks, or if you're like held or restrained or webbed or whatever, it wouldn't come into play.
These are
So
awesome.
in
maybe we can
regular
make
combat-
another. Maybe we can make a deal later on, but we should probably try and keep them. They're
Yeah, of
awesome.
course. Well, we just said we'd give it back when we're done. That could be after Scoria's killed, right?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like Neal
We could
was
also
saying
make
he
a deal in the
expects-
future.
Yeah, we could just say we'll give it back, and then maybe we'll trade them something we get from the
Mm-hmm.
Water Temple.
Hopefully, we work with them and they go and find shit that they need, and you know. Fuck, I
So
said-
he tells you that the next new moon, is in 2 days. They won't make it to Drekis by then.
Yeah.
Was it on the full moon or the new moon that
I
the
believe
door
it was
opens?
It was a full moon
actually.
door.
Yeah.
Ah, well then, in about 3 weeks is the next full moon. That's when they'll make it.
there.
They'll enter the tomb at that point and set up their location there. So why don't you meet them back there the first full moon in February, and you guys can reconnect and reconnoiter.
Yeah, we could.
It's fair.
Okay. What did you say the date
also-
was now?
Today is the 5th of January.
We should ask them. So since we stole this key, how long until you think they figured out it goes missing? And I'll ask Tyr to pull out the potions. Do you know what these do?
Oh, yeah, can we ask? Yeah, what do these potions do? That we're near the key.
I could memorize a identify potion spell, but I have no idea
Oh, that'd be
without that.
Well, it would,
useful word.
we'd have to stay here at least 6 hours, right? You have to nap him or something?
I could nap him and it'll be an hour.
Oh, napping's 1 hour? Does he trust us to nap him? Or they should nap each other, right? I'm sure they must have these spells. This is the most
Their
broken
cleric
fucking
should have the
spell
spell.
in the history of all of
If the cleric doesn't have the spell, he's a dummy.
shitty cleric.
Nope. The cleric most certainly keeps a nap spell on hand for emergency situations just like this. And yeah, they can do
I'll
that.
show-
I think
Nice.
I'll show the cleric my chosen amulet. Ask him if he has his own.
no, but the cleric is intensely jealous that you have. The cleric will take a look at what you have and sort of like stop and put their hands on it, and you can hear the murmuring of prayers being said. Let me give them a check. Ooh, yeah. And when they open their eyes again, they will flash over you with sort of like intrinsic jealousy that you have been gifted most clearly a highly powerful artifact of your deity, whereas this cleric of Tempos is just like slumming it as a regular cleric.
Give him a little pat.
Loser.
Oh, right, the nap spell.
potions.
Right, potion. Identify potion. Casting time is only 10 minutes. Did we talk about what the potion was in? What sort of containers they were held in? I don't think you could see that it was half full,
Yes,
right? So it must
you
be,
said one was half
one
full
was
and one was
full.
full. So they must be
Right,
clear
okay.
glass containers, yeah.
must be clear. Perfect. The caster must clean the environment in which to cast a spell. No potions or magic items may be within 30 feet of the casting or during the preparation. Once the area is clear, the powdered pearl is used to create a small circle on the table or other flat. So the after being napped, the wizard will clear everyone out, have you stand in the hall while he makes cleans off the altar, which is going to be the sarcophagus, takes a pearl, dissolves it into powder with a spell, and sprinkles the powder in a circle in which he places the potions.
Okay.
Then takes an owl feather and makes a circle around the potions, and you can see the potions begin to like whirl on the inside. The feather then disintegrates, falls onto the powdered pearl ring around it, and a glow happens within the potions, giving off light. And now I can tell you exactly what they are. Because you have trust with NPCs.
Surprised we
This
didn't
was
kill him.
nice. Yeah.
The
We've done well
rarest
here.
commodity in a D&D game.
We
Trust
haven't
of
we
NPCs.
haven't yet. Okay, calm down.
We have time. Think Neal would hate us if we just killed him after this? We built Russ and then we just fucking murder him?
I shouldn't have said anything. I should have kept my mouth shut. The wizard will gasp in surprise as the spell finishes up and look at you, mouth agape. This, he says, tapping the half-consumed potion, is an elixir of health. Which...
Oh, and before it increases con.
I drink it immediately. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it does not increase con.
Too bad. He was a gape, Neal, okay?
Where's it hiding?
I've already got it. This potion cures blindness, deafness, disease, feeble-mindedness, insanity, infection, infestation, poisoning, and rot. It will not heal wounds or restore hit points or any of the above causes. Imbibing the whole potion will cure all of the above afflictions suffered by the imbiber. Half a flask will cure any one or two.
But that's not the important part. He then passes his hand over towards the other one and says, "This is a potion of blue dragon control.
Fuck!
Imbibing this potion will essentially allow you to cast a charm monster spell on a single dragon within 60 yards. The dragon is entitled to a saving throw, but at a -2 penalty. Control charm lasts for 5d4 rounds. So we say post dragon control, but it's really dragon charm, right? You're not going to be able to say, turn around on your head and tap your nose 5 times and take a squat. But it will charm a dragon who makes a saving throw at a penalty into regarding you as a trusted friend.
Did you say it was a blue dragon? Or it
Blue
was
dragon. This is clearly the prized possession of Roxas. In case their tower fails, in case Azeron somehow comes to their town, this is their weapon of last defense to save their town
Is
against
this
the
the
dragon.
half-full one?
No,
That's
the
the full
half full
one.
one was the elixir of health, right?
Yeah.
Do these potions look like they can be drank twice, 4 times? Or is it like a one? It's
It's
obviously
a
not one
full
shot.
potion. Yeah, the dragon potion is a one-shot thing. The elixir of health, there is half a drink left, which means you can cure 2 afflictions.
If we get caught by the dwarves, I think maybe we should give the potion back, because a save at -2 for the dragon is still going to be very, very unlikely it's going to fail, I would say.
True.
It's very unlikely it's going to fail.
Yeah.
Yes, it's likely to pass even at a save of -2.
Yeah.
Like, the dragon is likely to pass. is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's the potion is unlikely to work.
And you can only cast this charm. So this potion allows you to drink it and cast the charm one time.
Yes, you drink it, and then you can exert control charm over a single blue dragon within 60 feet of you.
So if you
For a
drink the
few
potion, you
minutes.
fail the charm. This potion is a waste of time, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long does it last once you drink the potion? How long do you have to cast the spell?
5d4 rounds.
And is this gonna
No, it goes immediately as soon as you drink
Yeah.
it. It takes effect, and then the effect persists for 5d4 rounds.
Jesus.
Huh.
My calculations tell me that the dragon, if at the lower range of what Neal said, would need an 8 or higher to pass. So it's actually a decent chance. It's like 40%.
Yeah, but it's only like a close friend, so it's not like we can really. I mean, you can't kill the dragon with this. It's not gonna let
We
you.
can make him
fucking
give
hurt
us
it.
our shit or something, or give it, yeah.
You could escape from a near-death situation. You
Get
might
our
be able to
magic
gain
rope
access to area.
Yeah.
It could
We've gotta
fly
be-
you somewhere, maybe.
We've
All
got to be
sorts of
able to
little
kill
things.
this thing, Neal. That's what you don't get. It has to die.
Yeah,
we
he's
have
gotta
to
die.
be able to. We have to be able to go and fight it. If we can't
Well, yeah.
fight it, then we know where we can fight Scoria. So it's a perfect litmus test. Plus, maybe if we get in trouble with the dwarves, maybe that's how we get out of it.
Here's your item back.
No. We offer to kill the dragon.
Oh. When? We'll come back in a few months to kill the dragon, I
It's
swear.
Some future period. All right.
Okay.
Well, it
Is there
appears
anything else we
we.
need from them?
While we're here, I don't suppose you guys have a source of water down here.
The click can create
He
water.
will motion to a large barrel tucked into a corner that's filled with water. There are a couple other barrels nearby that seem to be empty that have like rolled to the side.
Can
We have
fill our-
water and food. You may sit, break bread with us, he says. I'm going over to a barrel and pulling out some apples and some stale bread and some
Sweet.
trail rations.
How did you make
And
the
you guys
duplicate
can-
key? I'm curious. It's a finely crafted key. It seems you'd need quite the smith to duplicate it.
Well, under the cover of magic, we snuck into the tomb, made an impression of the key in a large pile of wax, shrunk it down to infinitesimal size. Well, not infinitesimal, but quite small. Put it in our portable hole and got the hell out of there. Then had a fellow craftsman make a replica based on the impression of the key that we made.
Huh, okay.
Very smart.
Yeah, we did it well too.
Yeah. Well,
Not everyone has access to a master craftsman or large wax tablets with the ability to make them vanish from sight.
Okay, well, I think we are probably done here then.
Yeah. We break bread, we refill our water, and
Yeah.
we ask if maybe they can help us get out of the canyon. Because right now we haven't got a rope and we're stuck at the bottom of a 100-foot canyon.
You have no rope. How did you get in here?
Well,
He stole
Azeron
it.
stole
Fucking
it.
rope.
I'm deleting the
bastard.
amulet of ESP from my sheet, Nick.
Thanks.
Well, just like a blue dragon to take what you need.
Do you have any tips for
We can
avoiding
lend
him,
you
by the
some
way?
rope. Avoiding Azeron?
Mhm.
No. He harassed us on our way here.
Okay.
Hopefully our deal with him still stands on the way home.
You struck
Uh,
a deal?
Well, we threw him a minor magic item in the hopes that he'd leave us alone.
Tribute, yes, we did the same.
Oh, what'd you give him?
A group of 4 potions of healing.
You got robbed. We gave him a spear.
A magic spear?
Yeah.
How did they get robbed? We got robbed.
I would say potions of healing is more useful than our 20 magic
Well,
weapons.
yeah,
of
but
pleasure.
I mean, They might have
Well,
20.
we both got
empty
robbed.
magic weapons just lying around? He says incredulously.
Yeah, somewhere.
The Mistrain that we killed in Eridon was gathering them. So once we dealt with him, we managed to collect a vast horde of the things.
Don't worry. We'll be working together soon in the future, and you'll come up short of 1 million magic weapons as well. Too many that you can ever use.
Well, shall we leave in the morning? We can head out together, head south. Once we get to the rivers, though, near Gold Hill, we'll have to split. The
We're heading back to
Mystrians have
Roxas.
taken... Oh. Well then.
But we'd appreciate your companionship, perhaps at least back to the mountains so we can hide from the dragon.
We will be taking the canyons. They are twisting and winding, but we have spent enough time here to know the passageway south and exit that way.
Interesting.
I wish I could direct you north. All I can say is keep heading north. Eventually, you'll make your way out if you don't get too lost. We can give you rope, and he will find a coil of 50 feet of rope. They seem to have quite a few supplies here. They must
Do
have
they
been
have-
living here for quite some time.
Can we get 2 coils of 50 feet of rope?
I can't hold this shit, so good luck.
Well,
I
we
should
need
be able to
100
hold
feet
it.
to get out the canyon, right?
Maybe we should, Tyrell, maybe you should write them a note of passage through Drekus, just so if they get messed with.
I don't know if just a random noble person could write such a note. No? Can they? Can we?
I believe we could.
Depends on how much authority the reader thinks you have. It certainly can't hurt.
Yeah, I guess I can write that note, sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do 100 feet of rope. Just tell me how much it weighs.
Yeah, they'll part with 100 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Weighs, what, 16 pounds? Is that right?
For 50 or 100?
Rope, thin, 8 pound per 50.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heavily encumbered then.
Shit.
Well, we're literally
But-
just walking to the edge of the canyon and getting it up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can leave it, yeah.
Well, we'll tell them that. We'll just borrow it to get up the edge of the canyon, and then
I
you
doubt
guys
they
rope
care.
back
They
down.
sound like they've got a fuck ton of shit. I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if
don't-
they care about 100 feet of rope.
Rope is
Alright.
not that big of a deal for them.
We still need Tyrael to climb up the cliff face.
I can climb it. I'm a master climber.
Okay. Alright, should
Right, well-
we make our way to Roxas?
You guys can refill your water. You've got 4 days of water on you.
I thought it was 2 days. Oh no, because we're rationing it, so 4 days, yeah.
Because we've
Right,
the
and you've
cloak.
got the cloak. And you're making, what is it, 12 miles a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Anton, you have a direction sense, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Can you make me a direction sense proficiency check?
Who's wearing the boots, by the way? Who needs 2 AC?
I don't see why
probably
Anton wouldn't.
You. Oh,
Yeah.
really? You don't think he needs it?
Aren't you
Well,
fighting
I
up
mean-
front way more?
Yeah, the
I am,
thing
that's
is, like,
true, yeah.
my AC is not that high. Like, even if I get plus 2 AC, I'm still probably going to get hit by high-level shit anyway.
Okay. Then I would be, if I got that, I would be at 22 or 21 or 22 AC.
Yeah.
22? Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. I think it's pretty nice for you.
I rolled bad.
Direction sense is not so great. So you guys are going to take quite a bit of time through these canyons. You know, you can really only see the sun for a little bit of time each day as it's like passing through this narrow section. The rest of the time you're trying to like guide yourself by shadows, but the way the canyon moves, it always makes it hard to tell which direction you're facing. And you end up having to wander through the desert for an extra 4 days. Oof.
Jesus Christ.
But why don't we deal with the extra 4 days through the canyon when we come back next week with some more Tombs of Scoria?
Sure, sounds good. We have to make our way back to that town. Is it Roxas? And we have to
Yeah.
return the key
And save our dwarf.
and save our dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
Depending
shouldn't
on
be
if-
a complicated problem, right?
If they haven't noticed it missing, it's going to be complicated because we'll have to sneak back in. If they have noticed it missing, then it's going to be easy. We'll just go up to them and say, here's your key.
Why would we do that?
Oh, well, if they've noticed it missing, what do you want to do? How else do we give it back?
How
to
do we
them?
just give them the key? Then we were admitting we stole it.
So
If they notice him missing, we're doing a jail. Well, we can't do a jailbreak because he's on the Queen's orders. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out over the week.
Maybe we just leave it somewhere. If they already know it's missing, we don't need to return it to the Requillery.
Are we returning back?
Leave it on their front doorstep.
Yeah, just leave it in front of the council building. All right, whatever. For next time, anyway.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Good episode, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Do we got any questions or things that we need to do before we head out?
I don't believe so. Here, I will link a Patreon in chat if you guys want to support the campaign. You can always sign up for the Patreon. There you go. I love you all very much. You can also submit questions and everything here, depending on what level you are. So, yeah. Other than that, yeah. What's the next thing you're going to be doing, Nick?
Just streaming on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe at the weekend. Still playing Crusader Kings at the moment, but might go back to Total War soon.
Okay, Moody Cakes.
I don't actually know what we're doing tomorrow. We might play Hearthstone, or I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably playing
Hearthstone?
Heart Gold. No, not Hearthstone. Heart Gold.
What's Heart
Pokemon.
Gold? Wow.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Heart Gold?
That's what it is. Pokemon Heart Gold.
Okay. I'm probably gonna be streaming later, just Minecraft and shit. Koibu, what's your next campaign?
You won't see me till Friday when we do some dicing with death, and then we'll be doing some shenanigans on Saturday and another solo session this time with Nyx for Legends of Arcadia Genesis on Sunday.
Cool.
Oh, is she doing a solo session now?
Mm-hmm. Nyx's solo session is this Sunday.
Well,
Nice.
good luck, Nick. Don't die.
No,
Nyx.
not me. Nyx, the character.
Oh, Nyx. Oh, a different person. Okay. All right, gotcha. Well, hey, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. We will be back next week. I don't think anything is going on. We should be back next week. Right? Another normal time, not
Yeah.
on Wednesday, but on Thursday. Yeah?
I'll be
Yep.
there. Yep.
All right. I love you guys. I will see you all later. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
So